Have you ever felt like your days pass by without really getting anywhere? Like you're busy but nothing meaningful seems to happen? What if one simple habit could completely change the way you live, think, and achieve your goals? Spending just one focused hour a day on yourself can transform your life in ways you might not expect. This hour isn't about working harder or doing more, it's about using your time with purpose, clarity, and intention. When you commit to focused action, your mind sharpens, your confidence grows, and your daily habits begin to work for you instead of against you. You'll start noticing small changes that add up into big results. Every choice you make, every skill you practice, and every effort you put in during that hour compounds, building momentum that carries through the rest of your day and life. This isn't a quick fix or some motivational fluff. It's practical, step-by-step guidance that you can follow right now. You'll learn how to prioritize what matters, eliminate distractions, track your progress, and even use reflection and visualization to push yourself further. By the end, you'll see how consistent focus creates real, measurable improvement, helping you grow stronger, smarter, and more disciplined every single day. If you're ready to stop drifting and start building the life you want, this guide will show you exactly how to make that 1 hour count. Every chapter is designed to teach you a clear habit, a useful skill, or a mindset shift that brings you closer to your goals. Stick with this, and you'll discover how powerful, consistent, focused effort can be, and how it can transform not just your day, but your entire life. Chapter 1. Focus daily to grow stronger and smarter. Focusing daily is not just a habit, it is a discipline that shapes the very fabric of your mind and your life. The power to grow stronger, smarter, and more capable begins with a single hour of deliberate attention each day. It is not about long stretches of time or rare bursts of effort. It is about consistent, purposeful focus, day after day, that compounds into extraordinary results over months and years. This chapter will guide you through the profound yet practical steps to develop daily focus, strengthen your mental capabilities, and transform your life through disciplined attention. The first step in building focus is understanding what focus really is. Focus is not merely concentrating on a task. It is the ability to align your mind, your attention, and your energy on a single goal or task, without surrendering to distraction or fleeting impulses. True focus allows you to extract more value from every moment, to engage deeply with your work or learning, and to develop the clarity necessary for strategic decision-making. It is the foundation of diligence, productivity, and personal mastery. To begin, you must create a structure around your daily focus hour. Pick a specific time each day and commit to it without compromise. This is not optional. Your mind thrives on consistency. When the same hour each day is dedicated deep focus, it sends a signal to your subconscious that this time is sacred, that no matter what else happens, you will protect and use it intentionally. Many people wait for motivation or inspiration to strike, but focus is not about fleeting feelings. It is about discipline. The discipline to show up daily even when you do not feel like it is what separates those who grow from those who remain stagnant. Eliminate all potential distractions before you begin. Turn off your phone notifications, close unnecessary tabs, and create a quiet environment that allows your mind to engage fully. Focus is fragile. Even small interruptions break the flow and reduce the quality of your thinking. Protect your hour as though it were a valuable asset, because it is every minute of undivided attention is a deposit into your mental content, your intelligence, and your ability to perform at higher levels. Decide what the objective of this focus hour will be. This hour cannot be vague or aimless. Choose one meaningful task or one area of learning to engage with intensely. It might be studying a new skill, solving a complex problem, reading and understanding a book deeply, or creating something significant. The key is that it is challenging enough to demand your full attention, but achievable enough that you can make tangible progress each day. The sense of progress reinforces focus and builds momentum over time. During your focus hour, your mind must operate without multitasking. Multitasking is the enemy of depth. Attempting to juggle several tasks at once reduces efficiency, increases errors, and weakens your cognitive ability. True growth happens when your mind dedicates its full energy to mastering one task at a time. Deep focus allows your brain to connect ideas, see patterns, and develop insights that scattered attention cannot achieve. This is how intelligence grows. This is how problem-solving becomes more intuitive. This is how skills are mastered and knowledge becomes practical power. One of the most powerful tools for maintaining focus is intentional breathing and mental alignment at the start of your hour. Spend the first few minutes clearing your mind, acknowledging distractions without engaging them, and centering yourself on the task ahead. A calm, centered mind is far more capable of sustained concentration than a restless or anxious one. Even 5 minutes of preparation can dramatically increase the quality and depth of your focus. This step is often overlooked, but is critical in building the resilience necessary to engage deeply without losing momentum. To grow stronger and smarter, you must push your focus beyond comfort. It is natural for the mind to resist prolonged concentration, especially at first. You will experience restlessness, impatience, and wandering thoughts. This resistance is not a sign of failure. It is an indication that your brain is being stretched and that new neural pathways are forming. Embrace the discomfort. Understand that every moment you resist distraction, every time you pull your mind back to the task, you are strengthening your mental endurance. Strength and intelligence are built in these moments of deliberate effort, not in ease or convenience. Consistency is more important than intensity. 1 hour of focused effort every day builds far more long-term capability than a single day of excessive work. Daily focus trains your brain to enter deep concentration more easily, reduces mental fatigue, and creates habits of disciplined attention. Over time, the hour becomes automatic. The brain learns that this is the time for growth, for learning, and for productivity. This automaticity frees mental energy for higher-level thinking and creativity, making each day more productive than the last. The compound effect of daily focus is exponential. Small, consistent actions are the key to massive results. Reflection is an essential component of daily focus. At the end of each hour, take a few minutes to review what you accomplished, what challenges arose, and how you can improve tomorrow. Reflection is not just about measuring outcomes. It is about understanding your process, your mindset, and your habits. Self-awareness strengthens focus. It allows you to recognize patterns that distract you, methods that enhance productivity, and opportunities to refine your mental discipline. Growth is rarely accidental. It comes from deliberate evaluation, learning, and adjustment. Incorporating short breaks and recovery is also vital. Focus does not mean relentless, mindless effort. The brain operates optimally in cycles of engagement and rest. Even within your hour, brief moments to breathe, stretch, or reset your mind increase overall efficiency. These breaks prevent mental burnout and enhance your ability to sustain high-quality attention throughout the hour. Discipline is not punishment. It is strategic engagement with your mind and energy to maximize growth without destroying your capacity. Focus also requires clarity of purpose. The stronger your reason for dedicating an hour each day, the easier it is to maintain discipline. When the hour becomes meaningful, when it aligns with your larger goals, motivation naturally strengthens. Write down the purpose of your focus hour. Keep it visible. Revisit it regularly. Remind yourself that this hour is not merely a task. It is an investment in your intelligence, your skills, and your ability to shape your future. Purpose turns effort into meaningful transformation. Mental and physical preparation support focus as well. Your body and mind are interconnected. Adequate sleep, proper nutrition, and hydration directly affect cognitive performance. A well-rested mind can sustain deeper concentration, process information more effectively, and retain knowledge longer. Likewise, a healthy body supports mental stamina. Preparing yourself holistically enhances the quality of your focus hour and amplifies the benefits of your effort. Accountability increases the impact of your daily focus. Share your goal with someone who respects discipline and personal growth. Reporting progress creates external motivation and reinforces internal commitment. Accountability partners can provide feedback, encouragement, and a challenge to maintain consistency. Knowing that someone else is aware of your effort strengthens the resolve to protect and utilize your focus hour. Accountability is a simple yet powerful tool to turn intention into habit. Integrating reflection and learning into your focus hour transforms it from mere work into growth. Take notes, summarize key insights, and plan practical applications. This transforms information into actionable knowledge. Growth is not just about acquiring facts. It is about developing the ability to apply wisdom in real-world situations. Each focus hour becomes a step in your journey of mastery, a daily investment in your ability to think critically, solve problems, and make better decisions. Gradually, focus extends beyond the dedicated hour. As you develop mental discipline, concentration becomes easier in all areas of life. You notice improved efficiency at work, stronger relationships, and greater emotional regulation. Challenges become less overwhelming because your mind has learned to engage deeply and strategically. Strength and intelligence are no longer abstract qualities. They are tangible outcomes of consistent, deliberate effort. This ripple effect illustrates that focus is not just a skill, it is a way of living. The key insight is that daily focus is not about perfection. Some days will be more productive than others. Distractions will occasionally intrude. The goal is not flawless execution, but persistent return. Each time you redirect your attention back to the task, you are strengthening mental resilience. This resilience is a critical trait for personal growth and lifelong learning. It allows you to navigate challenges with clarity, maintain discipline under pressure, and continue progressing even when external conditions are unfavorable. To deepen focus, incorporate deliberate challenges. Work on tasks that stretch your cognitive abilities, that require problem-solving, analysis, and creativity. Avoid routine tasks that can be done automatically. The brain grows when it encounters challenges, not comfort. These challenges build mental toughness, sharpen reasoning, and increase your capacity for learning. Each day, slightly increase the difficulty of your focus hour. Over time, this incremental challenge produces remarkable improvement in skill, intelligence, and personal effectiveness. Journaling your progress enhances both focus and insight. Document your thoughts, achievements, and struggles during your focus hour. Writing reinforces learning, promotes self-reflection, and allows you to track improvement over weeks and months. Reviewing your journal reminds you of growth already achieved and motivates continued effort. Journaling also sharpens the mind, organizes thoughts, and enhances clarity, all of which contribute to more effective focus in future sessions. Developing focus also requires emotional management. Frustration, boredom, and impatience naturally arise when sustaining attention. Emotional reactions can easily derail concentration if left unchecked. Practice noticing these emotions without judgment and gently returning attention to the task. Over time, this strengthens emotional resilience, allowing focus to remain intact even in the presence of internal resistance or external distractions. The mind becomes disciplined not by suppression, but by conscious direction. Focus daily transforms more than just skills or knowledge. It reshapes character. Consistent, disciplined attention cultivates patience, determination, and integrity. Each hour spent fully engaged reinforces self-confidence and self-reliance. When you know you can dedicate yourself to meaningful effort day after day, you develop trust in your own capabilities. Character and competence grow together, creating a foundation for long-term success in any area of life. In practical terms, set up a system to maximize the focus hour. Prepare materials in advance, define the task clearly, and remove potential interruptions. Time block the hour, guard it from casual obligations, and enter the session with clear intent. Use timers or tracking tools if helpful, but do not let tools replace self-discipline. The goal is mastery of attention and system support rather than replace personal responsibility. Consistency over weeks and months compounds into transformation. An hour of focused effort each day seems small, almost insignificant, but over a year it totals hundreds of hours of deliberate growth. Compare this to sporadic bursts of work or shallow engagement, and the difference is monumental. Focus is a lever for transformation because it channels energy, attention, and intention into a continuous, accumulative process that reshapes ability, knowledge, and character. Finally, focus is a practice of freedom. It is freedom from distraction, freedom from scattered energy, and freedom from mediocrity. By cultivating the ability to dedicate 1 hour fully each day, you gain mastery over your mind, your time, and your life. Strength and intelligence are not abstract concepts. They are daily choices manifested through consistent focus. Each day you engage this hour, you invest in a stronger, smarter, and more capable self. Focus is the bridge between potential and achievement, between intention and reality. It is the habit that transforms effort into excellence and ordinary days into a life of extraordinary growth. Focus daily to grow stronger and smarter because every deliberate hour compounds into your transformation. Build the discipline to engage consistently, the resilience to overcome distractions, and the clarity to act meaningfully. Protect your hour, challenge yourself, reflect honestly, and integrate what you learn. Over time, your mind will become sharper, your decisions wiser, and your abilities more capable. Strength and intelligence are not accidents. They are the result of daily focus, deliberate effort, and unwavering commitment to personal growth. The journey begins with 1 hour, but its effects extend to every aspect of your life. Focus daily, and the transformation will be undeniable. This is a full, practical, and motivational approach to mastering daily focus, offering strategies, insights, and steps that readers can apply immediately to grow stronger, smarter, and more capable in every area of life. It is a guide to disciplined attention, mental strength, and the cumulative power of 1 hour each day. Chapter 2: Commit fully to boost mental clarity. Committing fully to any task is the cornerstone of mental clarity and personal growth. Partial effort produces partial results, and the mind cannot operate at its highest capacity when attention is divided or hesitating. Clarity emerges when intention is unwavering, when you engage with purpose, and when distractions are set aside entirely. This is not about motivation or inspiration. It is about the deliberate choice to give your full mental energy to one thing at a time. Commitment transforms scattered thought into precise action and indecision into measurable progress. The mind becomes sharper when it knows there is no hesitation, no backup plan, no divided attention, just singular, focused action. Begin by identifying what deserves your full commitment. It must be meaningful, something that will produce significant impact on your life or skills. Without clear direction, commitment becomes shallow, easily broken, and unproductive. Define the task, the goal, or the skill with precision. Write it down, describe it in detail, and set measurable criteria for success. The clearer the objective, the easier it is to align your mental energy with purpose. Clarity of intention is the seed from which mental sharpness grows. The more specific your aim, the less wasted energy there will be in your thought process, allowing your mind to operate efficiently and decisively. Once your goal is defined, eliminate anything that divides your attention. Distractions are not merely interruptions. They are slow leaks of mental energy that reduce your ability to think clearly. Emails, notifications, social media, and even mental clutter, like worrying about unrelated tasks, all compete for cognitive resources. Mental clarity requires a clean space in both your environment and your mind. Create conditions where focus can flourish. A quiet room, organized workspace, and a clear plan for the task ahead signal to your mind that it is time for deep engagement. Mental clarity is impossible to achieve when the mind is constantly switching contexts, so remove anything that competes with your commitment. Commitment also demands consistency. Mental clarity is not a one-time achievement, but a result of repeated disciplined practice. Dedicate the same block of time each day to the task you have chosen. Repetition reinforces neural pathways, strengthens attention, and trains the brain to operate at higher levels of focus. Over time, the brain begins to anticipate this period of full engagement, entering a state of clarity more easily and sustaining concentration without effort. This consistency compounds results, turning small daily actions into significant transformation over weeks and months. The act of showing up consistently builds confidence and reduces indecision, allowing the mind to function with precision. During your commitment, engage fully in the present moment. Mental clarity arises when the mind is entirely occupied with the task at hand. Past regrets and future worries are distractions that dilute cognitive energy. Learn to notice when your thoughts drift and gently return your attention to the present. This practice strengthens mental resilience and improves the ability to focus for extended periods. Full commitment requires absolute presence. Anything less diminishes both understanding and output. The more you train your mind to remain present, the clearer and sharper your thinking becomes, and the more capable you are of handling complex challenges. Developing mental clarity also involves prioritizing depth over breadth. Attempting to tackle multiple objectives simultaneously reduces cognitive efficiency and blurs focus. Select one significant task for full engagement, rather than scattering your effort across many smaller, less meaningful activities. Depth builds understanding, skill, and insight, while scattered attention produces superficial results. By committing to a single objective with intensity, the mind learns to operate with precision, extracting maximum value from every moment of effort. Depth creates mental clarity because it allows the brain to organize, analyze, and integrate information more effectively. Reflection reinforces commitment and sharpens clarity. After each focused session, review what was accomplished, what insights emerged, and what could be improved next time. Reflection is not optional. It is a tool that converts action into understanding and experience into wisdom. By assessing performance regularly, the mind recognizes patterns, identifies inefficiencies, and adapts strategies for future engagement. This process of deliberate evaluation cultivates sharper thinking, enhances problem-solving abilities, and strengthens the alignment between intention and execution. Mental clarity grows when action is coupled with thoughtful assessment. Commit fully by setting boundaries around your focus period. Inform others of your dedicated time, reduce interruptions, and protect your energy. Clear boundaries prevent your commitment from being diluted by external demands. The ability to concentrate without disruption reinforces both confidence and cognitive efficiency. By treating your dedicated focus as non-negotiable, you communicate to your mind and to those around you that this time is reserved for meaningful growth. This protection allows the brain to enter a state of sustained attention where clarity and insight are maximized. Mental clarity is also enhanced by preparation and structure. Before beginning your focused session, organize the necessary materials, outline the steps to follow, and set intermediate milestones. Preparation reduces cognitive friction, allowing attention to flow uninterrupted to the task. The brain operates optimally when the path forward is clear and potential confusion is minimized. By eliminating uncertainty before engagement, the mind can allocate full resources to analysis, problem-solving, and creative thinking. Structured commitment produces efficiency and sharp thinking that unstructured effort cannot achieve. Physical state influences mental clarity significantly. Fatigue, hunger, or lack of movement reduces cognitive capacity and weakens commitment. Ensure that your body is prepared for optimal brain function. Adequate sleep, proper nutrition, hydration, and brief exercise before a focus session enhance energy levels, attention span, and processing speed. The mind and body operate as one system, and full commitment requires both to be aligned. Treating physical preparation as part of the process strengthens the foundation for mental clarity and sustained concentration. Commitment also grows through the elimination of indecision. Hesitation, second-guessing, and procrastination fragment thought and reduce clarity. Make firm choices about what task to pursue, how to approach it, and what standards you will apply. Once a decision is made, act with full resolve. Action reinforces clarity because it converts thought into execution, providing feedback and results that further sharpen understanding. Indecision clouds thinking, while committed action illuminates direction and strengthens the mind's ability to operate efficiently. Develop habits that reinforce clarity by reducing unnecessary cognitive load. Automate routine decisions and tasks so the brain can conserve energy for meaningful engagement. Consistent routines, simple organization, and disciplined schedules allow the mind to focus entirely on what matters most. When habits support commitment, mental clarity becomes more accessible, and your ability to think critically and strategically is enhanced. The less the brain is burdened by trivial choices, the more it can devote resources to deep, focused thinking. The act of committing fully also strengthens emotional resilience. Full engagement demands confronting discomfort, boredom, or resistance without surrendering attention. Emotional challenges often derail focus, but by practicing commitment in the presence of mental or emotional friction, the mind learns discipline and steadiness. Over time, emotional resilience allows for sustained clarity in situations that would otherwise cause distraction or indecision. Commitment transforms mental and emotional energy into a single aligned force capable of producing extraordinary results. Commitment is strengthened by purpose. Understanding why you dedicate your effort enhances motivation and directs energy efficiently. When a goal aligns with personal values, ambitions, or life vision, full engagement becomes easier, and the mind achieves clarity naturally. Purpose transforms effort from a mechanical task into a meaningful practice, ensuring that mental resources are used intentionally. Clarity thrives when every action is linked to a larger reason, guiding decisions, focus, and energy toward high-impact outcomes. Integration of learning into daily commitment amplifies mental clarity. Engage with information actively by questioning, summarizing, and applying it immediately. Passive absorption of knowledge rarely produces insight. Active engagement consolidates understanding, reinforces memory, and sharpens reasoning. Committing fully to active learning allows the mind to connect ideas, see relationships, and develop practical intelligence. This process not only strengthens clarity, but also accelerates skill acquisition and decision-making capacity. Accountability enhances commitment and mental clarity. Sharing objectives with someone who values growth provides external reinforcement, encourages consistency, and strengthens focus. Reporting progress and outcomes helps maintain accountability and prevents complacency. Accountability acts as a mirror, reflecting effort, clarifying results, and motivating continued engagement. It strengthens the discipline needed to maintain full commitment, ensuring that mental clarity remains consistently attainable. Finally, mental clarity emerges from deliberate practice, reflection, and persistence. Commitment is not a temporary effort, it is a sustained choice to dedicate attention fully each day. Over time, full engagement becomes second nature, thought processes become faster, decision-making becomes more accurate, and problem-solving becomes more intuitive. Clarity grows as the mind experiences consistent, disciplined exposure to focused effort, developing the ability to cut through noise, recognize patterns, and respond with precision. The brain becomes sharper, more agile, and capable of extraordinary accomplishment. Committing fully to boost mental clarity transforms the way the mind perceives, processes, and executes. It is the difference between scattered effort and powerful action, between indecision and decisive movement, between wasted potential and realized capability. Clarity is not accidental. It is cultivated through deliberate effort, unwavering attention, and disciplined engagement. Every hour of full commitment strengthens mental focus, sharpens reasoning, and builds the foundation for long-term growth and achievement. It is through this daily practice that the mind becomes stronger, more capable, and aligned with purpose, producing not just results, but mastery. Chapter 3. Plan 1 hour for maximum progress. Planning 1 hour for maximum progress is about transforming intention into deliberate action. Time itself is neutral, but the way it is structured defines whether it produces growth or leaves effort wasted. Every hour can be potent when approached strategically, yet most people let time slip through unorganized routines or reactive responses. The difference between stagnant days and meaningful achievement lies in the intentional design of a single hour. Planning this hour effectively ensures that energy, focus, and action are aligned to produce measurable outcomes, turning small windows of time into compounding progress. To begin, clarity about the purpose of the hour is essential. Without a specific goal, an hour becomes a container for aimless activity, rather than a tool for transformation. Identify the single most important outcome for this hour. This could involve learning a new skill, completing a high-impact task, or developing a habit that strengthens your personal growth. When the objective is defined precisely, it allows every minute to be allocated efficiently and prevents time from being squandered on low-value activities. Purpose acts as a compass, guiding both thought and action to ensure meaningful results. Next, breaking down the hour into structured segments amplifies effectiveness. Instead of approaching 60 minutes as a continuous, undefined block, divide the time into phases that suit the task. For example, the first 10 minutes can involve preparation and mental centering, the next 35 minutes deep engagement, and the final 15 minutes reflection and planning for next steps. This segmentation allows the brain to operate at peak performance, as it balances intense focus with brief moments to adjust and consolidate understanding. Structured intervals provide a rhythm that supports sustained engagement and reduces fatigue. Preparation before the hour begins is a critical determinant of progress. Gather necessary materials, eliminate potential distractions, and review the task requirements. A prepared environment ensures that the hour is devoted entirely to productive work rather than troubleshooting or organizing mid-session. The mind operates optimally when the path ahead is clear, and preparation clears mental space for concentration. Pre-planning also reduces cognitive friction, freeing mental resources for problem-solving, creativity, and decision-making rather than logistical concerns. Prioritizing what to focus on within the hour is equally important. Not every task holds equal value, and maximizing progress requires selecting the one task with the highest potential impact. Evaluate activities based on outcomes rather than effort. Choose the action that produces the most significant advancement toward your larger goals. This focus on priority ensures that the hour delivers maximum return on investment. A carefully chosen objective turns a simple hour into a catalyst for growth, as concentrated effort on high-value tasks compounds over time into meaningful achievement. Time blocking supports this planning by creating a non-negotiable period dedicated solely to the chosen activity. Communicate to yourself and others that this hour is protected. Time blocking is not only about scheduling, it is about commitment and accountability. By explicitly reserving the hour, the mind recognizes the importance of this period, reducing susceptibility to distraction and increasing mental engagement. Protecting this window reinforces discipline and signals that focused effort is a priority rather than an option. Visualization enhances the effectiveness of planned hours. Before beginning, take a few moments to imagine the steps needed to complete the task successfully and the outcome you aim to achieve. This mental rehearsal aligns thought patterns, prepares the brain for execution, and strengthens motivation. Visualization sharpens clarity by allowing you to anticipate challenges, consider potential strategies, and mentally navigate the path to completion. Entering the hour with a clear mental map reduces hesitation and accelerates progress. During the hour, apply deliberate attention without multitasking. True progress occurs when the mind is fully immersed in the chosen activity. Switching between multiple tasks dilutes energy and slows results. Concentrated engagement allows for deeper understanding, better decision-making, and more efficient execution. Each minute of undivided attention compounds over the hour, creating a level of accomplishment impossible to achieve when effort is scattered. Discipline in maintaining singular focus transforms the hour into a productive force rather than a neutral span of time. Incorporating reflection within the hour increases both learning and efficiency. Dedicate the final portion to reviewing accomplishments, analyzing what worked well, and noting challenges encountered. Reflection converts action into insight, allowing you to refine strategies for future sessions. This practice reinforces self-awareness, strengthens problem-solving skills, and accelerates skill acquisition. Progress is amplified not only by the work completed, but by the clarity gained from understanding the process and adjusting approaches based on experience. Tracking progress adds a measurable dimension to planning. Document tasks completed, outcomes achieved, and lessons learned. Tangible records provide motivation, reveal trends, and highlight areas for improvement. Measurement transforms an abstract effort into concrete evidence of growth. By reviewing progress over weeks, patterns emerge that guide future planning, optimize focus, and increase efficiency. Systematic tracking turns each hour into a building block for long-term development and strategic advancement. Flexibility within structure is essential. While planning defines the hour, rigid adherence without adaptation can hinder growth. Adjust strategies as challenges arise or as understanding deepens. Flexibility ensures that the hour remains productive even when unexpected circumstances occur. This balance between structure and adaptability cultivates mental agility, allowing the mind to respond effectively while maintaining the trajectory of progress. An hour planned with both direction and adaptability maximizes outcomes consistently. Energy management plays a significant role in maximizing an hour. Begin sessions when mental and physical energy are sufficient for focused effort. Avoid initiating critical tasks when fatigue, hunger, or stress impairs cognitive function. By aligning the hour with periods of peak energy, efficiency and clarity increase, reducing wasted effort and improving results. Energy-aware planning ensures that each minute is fully utilized, strengthening both output and mental resilience. Micro-goals enhance focus and momentum within the hour. Divide the task into small, achievable steps to maintain clarity and motivation. Completing incremental actions produces measurable progress, which reinforces engagement and sustains attention. Micro-goals prevent overwhelm and provide a clear roadmap, allowing the mind to concentrate fully on one step at a time. Momentum built through successive achievements compounds, ensuring that the hour delivers tangible and satisfying results. Intentional breaks within the hour can prevent cognitive fatigue and maintain high performance. Short pauses for deep breaths, stretching, or mental reset allow the brain to recharge. These brief interruptions are not wasted time. They enhance concentration, problem-solving, and creativity. Planned moments of recovery optimize the mind's capacity, allowing the remainder of the hour to be executed at peak efficiency. This balance of effort and restoration maximizes both output and learning. Commitment to the plan reinforces mental discipline. Approach the hour as a promise to yourself to invest energy deliberately. Commitment ensures that distractions, procrastination, and resistance are met with conscious return to the task. Mental discipline strengthens over time, enhancing the ability to sustain focus, prioritize effectively, and execute with precision. An hour approached with unwavering commitment produces results far beyond casual effort. Reviewing the broader impact of the hour contextualizes effort and sustains motivation. Understand how this single hour contributes to larger goals, skill development, and long-term growth. Awareness of cumulative effect enhances engagement and encourages consistency. Progress becomes visible not only within the hour, but in its contribution to your overall trajectory, reinforcing purpose and mental clarity. Optimizing the environment reinforces the planned hour. Minimize noise, organize necessary materials, and arrange the space to support focus. Environmental optimization reduces friction, prevents distraction, and strengthens the mind's ability to operate efficiently. A conducive environment amplifies the effects of careful planning, allowing the hour to function as a high-impact period of growth. Finally, integrating review and planning for subsequent hours ensures continuity of progress. After each session, outline the next steps for the following hour or day. This forward-thinking approach prevents wasted effort, maintains momentum, and allows each hour to build upon the last. Planning sequentially creates a chain of focused action that compounds, transforming incremental effort into sustained achievement and measurable personal growth. Every hour planned intentionally becomes a powerful lever for transformation. It converts potential into tangible results, aligns energy with purpose, and trains the mind to operate at peak capacity. By defining objectives, structuring time, prioritizing tasks, managing energy, and reflecting deliberately, every minute contributes to long-term progress. 1 hour, when planned and executed with discipline, becomes far more than 60 minutes. It becomes a foundation for growth, skill, and achievement that extends into every area of life. Maximum progress emerges from intention, preparation, focus, and reflection, demonstrating that a single hour can profoundly shape the trajectory of personal and professional development. Chapter 4. Prioritize tasks for meaningful results. Prioritizing tasks is the foundation of producing meaningful results, because not all actions carry the same weight. Time and energy are limited resources, and applying them to low-impact activities dilutes potential outcomes. To achieve significant progress, it is essential to distinguish between tasks that move you closer to your goals and those that only consume attention without real benefit. Prioritization transforms scattered effort into targeted action, ensuring that every choice contributes to measurable growth. Without a system to identify and address the most important tasks first, effort can become busy work, and achievement remains superficial. Begin by listing all tasks or commitments that demand attention. Write them down to externalize the mental load and create a clear inventory of responsibilities. Seeing everything in one place prevents mental clutter and allows objective assessment. Once tasks are listed, evaluate each based on its potential impact and relevance to your goals. Ask which tasks will deliver the greatest progress toward meaningful outcomes and which are minor or easily deferred. This evaluation is critical because it directs attention to what truly matters, producing significant returns for the time invested. High-priority tasks often align with long-term objectives rather than immediate gratification. These tasks may feel challenging or require effort beyond comfort, yet they produce the most meaningful results. Recognize that short-term busyness often masquerades as productivity, while high-impact work requires deliberate focus and planning. Learn to differentiate between urgent but insignificant tasks and important actions that drive growth. Effective prioritization ensures that effort is allocated according to value, not distraction or immediate convenience. Once priorities are identified, structure your day around them. Tackle the most critical tasks when mental energy is at its peak, typically during morning hours or periods of highest focus. Early engagement with significant tasks reduces the risk of fatigue or decision fatigue, interfering with performance. Structuring the day to address high-priority items first leverages the mind's natural capacity for clarity and problem-solving, ensuring that the most valuable work receives the attention it deserves. Break larger priorities into actionable steps to prevent overwhelm and maintain consistent progress. Complex tasks can stall growth if approached as a single monolithic objective. Dividing them into manageable actions allows steady momentum and reduces procrastination. Each completed step reinforces confidence and motivates continued engagement. Progress becomes tangible, measurable, and emotionally satisfying, making it easier to sustain focus and commitment. Eliminate or delegate low-value tasks whenever possible. Many actions consume time without producing meaningful results. Delegation or removal of unnecessary tasks frees attention and energy for what truly matters. This requires discipline and sometimes uncomfortable decisions, but the payoff is amplified focus on activities that create genuine impact. Understanding that saying no or letting go is part of prioritization strengthens decision-making and reinforces control over time and results. Use time blocking to secure periods for high-priority tasks. Allocate uninterrupted stretches for deep work where distractions are minimized. Time blocking ensures that critical activities are protected from interruptions and reactive demands. Structuring dedicated periods for meaningful work reinforces habits of discipline and focus. Regular, intentional engagement with priority tasks compounds over days and weeks, producing results far beyond what sporadic effort can achieve. Maintain a running review of priorities to adapt to changing circumstances. Not all tasks remain equally important over time, and new responsibilities may emerge. Regular assessment allows adjustments to ensure energy is continually directed toward the most impactful activities. Flexibility within a structured prioritization system enables sustained productivity without compromising the pursuit of meaningful results. The ability to evaluate and reallocate effort is a hallmark of effective personal management and long-term achievement. Consider both impact and effort when prioritizing. Tasks with high impact but manageable effort often provide the best return on investment. Conversely, some tasks may require enormous effort for minimal results and should be deprioritized or delegated. Strategic evaluation of effort versus outcome ensures that time and energy are applied efficiently, amplifying the results of focused work. By concentrating on high-impact activities, progress is maximized and wasted effort minimized. Visualization enhances the prioritization process. Mentally imagine the completion of each high-priority task and the benefits it will produce. This creates motivation, clarity, and a sense of direction. Visualization reinforces the mind's focus on meaningful outcomes, strengthening commitment and providing a mental framework for structured action. Seeing the results in advance allows the brain to align strategies, anticipate challenges, and maintain energy toward impactful work. Documenting progress reinforces prioritization and motivation. Track completion of high-value tasks and measure the outcomes produced. This documentation provides objective feedback, encourages the accountability, and strengthens awareness of which activities deliver meaningful results. Reviewing this information regularly enables smarter decisions regarding future prioritization, ensuring continuous refinement of focus and strategy. Clear records highlight progress, revealing how consistent attention to priorities compounds over time. Eliminating mental clutter improves the ability to prioritize effectively. Reduce unnecessary information intake, minimize reactive responses to trivial demands, and focus attention on tasks that matter. Mental clarity allows for more precise evaluation of priorities and strengthens the ability to engage deeply with important work. By reducing cognitive noise, the mind becomes sharper, decision-making more accurate, and execution more efficient. Prioritization becomes both easier and more effective when distractions are minimized. Incorporate energy management into prioritization. Recognize times when mental and physical capacity is highest and schedule priority tasks accordingly. High-value activities demand focused attention and cognitive stamina, which are diminished when energy is low. Aligning important work with periods of peak performance maximizes quality, efficiency, and results. Thoughtful energy allocation ensures that priority tasks are not only addressed, but completed effectively. Commit fully to each prioritized task, while maintaining awareness of the broader context. Avoid dividing attention between multiple priorities simultaneously, which diminishes effectiveness. Singular focus on one high-value task amplifies impact and reinforces mastery of both discipline and skill. Mental clarity and engagement increase when the mind is committed to one task at a time, producing results that scattered effort cannot achieve. Leverage deadlines to enforce prioritization. Assign realistic but firm deadlines to critical tasks to ensure timely completion. Deadlines create urgency, clarify expectations, and prevent procrastination. By setting time-bound goals, focus and commitment are strengthened, increasing the likelihood that priority tasks will produce meaningful results. Deadlines also provide feedback for improving planning and task management in future sessions. Combine reflective review with prioritization to enhance decision-making. At the end of each day or week, Evaluate which tasks produced the most impact and which consumed effort without corresponding results. Adjust future priorities based on this analysis. Continuous reflection ensures that prioritization remains dynamic, evidence-based and aligned with meaningful objectives. Insights gained through evaluation refine judgment, increase efficiency, and strengthen the ability to focus on high-value activities consistently. Establishing a hierarchy of tasks is essential. Rank activities based on importance and potential contribution to goals. Tackle the highest-ranked items first to guarantee that energy is spent where it matters most. A clear hierarchy prevents wasted effort, reduces indecision, and ensures that each moment of attention is directed toward generating measurable progress. Hierarchical organization of tasks transforms an overwhelming list into a structured path for achievement. Integrating micro-goals within prioritized tasks creates momentum. Breaking larger objectives into smaller, actionable steps produces tangible results quickly, reinforcing engagement and sustaining focus. Micro-goals act as checkpoints that provide feedback, maintain clarity, and strengthen motivation. Regular completion of these steps builds confidence, demonstrates progress, and ensures that meaningful outcomes are consistently achieved. Prioritization strengthens strategic thinking. The process of evaluating impact, effort, and timing develops discernment and foresight. The mind learns to anticipate challenges, allocate resources wisely, and make better decisions regarding where to invest energy. By practicing consistent prioritization, cognitive skills improve, enhancing efficiency and problem-solving ability across all areas of life. Strategic thinking becomes both a byproduct and a reinforcement of disciplined prioritization. Emotional discipline reinforces prioritization. Resisting the impulse to address low-value or urgent but unimportant tasks requires self-control. Maintaining focus on high-priority work strengthens the ability to delay gratification, tolerate discomfort, and resist distraction. Emotional resilience enhances consistency in action, ensuring that energy is continually directed toward activities that produce meaningful results. Consistency in applying prioritization principles transforms daily effort into long-term achievement. Small, deliberate actions directed toward high-value tasks accumulate into substantial progress over time. The practice of identifying, focusing on, and completing priority activities compounds into skills, knowledge, and results that define success. Prioritization ensures that effort is intentional, results are measurable, and time is consistently aligned with purpose. By consciously evaluating importance, structuring effort, managing energy, and reflecting on outcomes, prioritization becomes a tool for creating meaningful results rather than mere busyness. Each decision to focus on what matters strengthens both discipline and capacity. Prioritizing tasks is not simply about organizing work. It is about transforming intention into action, potential into results, and daily effort into enduring progress. Meaningful achievement arises when the mind consistently addresses what matters most, and this becomes a habit through careful and deliberate prioritization. Chapter 5. Eliminate distractions to build discipline. Eliminating distractions is the essential foundation for building discipline, because the mind cannot focus fully when attention is fractured. Every interruption, whether external or internal, reduces mental energy and slows progress. Distractions dilute effort, fragment thought, and prevent the consistent action necessary for growth. True discipline emerges when attention is intentionally directed toward meaningful tasks without being hijacked by irrelevant stimuli. Removing distractions allows the brain to operate at its full capacity, enhancing both efficiency and effectiveness. This is not a matter of willpower alone, but of designing your environment and habits to protect focus and reinforce self-control. Start by identifying the most common sources of distraction in daily life. These may include digital notifications, social media, email, unnecessary conversations, or environmental noise. Internal distractions, such as intrusive thoughts, anxiety, or preoccupation with unrelated concerns, can be equally disruptive. Awareness of these interruptions is the first step in eliminating them. By cataloging distractions, it becomes easier to take deliberate action to minimize or remove them entirely, creating conditions where discipline can flourish. Control over digital interruptions is particularly important in the modern world. Phones, computers, and other devices are constant sources of temptation and interruption. Turn off notifications for non-essential apps, close unrelated tabs, and schedule specific times for checking messages. Creating these boundaries allows the mind to concentrate fully on the task at hand. Discipline is reinforced when technology serves as a tool rather than a source of constant disruption. Establishing rules for device use builds habits that support sustained focus. Physical space also plays a crucial role in minimizing distractions. A cluttered or chaotic environment competes for attention and decreases efficiency. Organize the workspace, remove unnecessary items, and maintain a clean area conducive to concentration. A well-structured environment signals to the brain that it is time for focused effort, reducing mental friction and enabling deeper engagement. Simple organization transforms surroundings into an ally for discipline rather than an obstacle. Internal distractions demand equal attention. Restlessness, worry, and mental chatter reduce the ability to concentrate. Techniques such as brief mindfulness exercises, deep breathing, or mental clearing before a focus session help center the mind. By acknowledging intrusive thoughts without succumbing to them, attention can be redirected toward productive action. Training the mind to observe without reacting strengthens discipline and enhances the capacity for sustained engagement with meaningful tasks. Set clear boundaries with people to protect focus. Communicate dedicated periods of work to family, friends, or colleagues, and request that interruptions be minimized during those times. Social awareness is important, but maintaining control over when and how interaction occurs ensures that attention is preserved for high-value activities. Establishing these boundaries reinforces discipline by creating predictable periods where concentration is uninterrupted. Respecting these boundaries consistently strengthens both personal and professional accountability. Time management supports the elimination of distractions. Allocate specific blocks for focused work, rest, and optional activities. When attention is scheduled deliberately, the mind is less likely to wander. Planned breaks allow necessary recovery while preserving periods of deep concentration. By structuring the day, distraction is less likely to infiltrate productive hours, and the brain becomes conditioned to engage fully when expected. Time awareness turns intention into action and minimizes wasted energy. Simplifying tasks reduces cognitive distractions. Complex or ambiguous assignments can generate mental friction, leading to procrastination or attention drift. Break tasks into clear, manageable steps with defined outcomes. When the path forward is explicit, the mind can operate efficiently without being diverted by confusion or indecision. Simplified objectives allow energy to be focused entirely on execution rather than problem-solving. Basic organization. Clarity of task reduces the opportunity for distraction and strengthens disciplined follow-through. Use visual and physical cues to reinforce focus. Signs, notes, or physical arrangements in your environment can act as reminders to stay disciplined and avoid distractions. Position essential tools, resources, and references within reach. while removing anything irrelevant. These cues create a tangible framework for attention, guiding the brain toward productive engagement and discouraging wandering thoughts. Visual structure supports mental structure, making disciplined focus more natural and sustainable. Develop routines that support distraction-free engagement. Consistency in start times, rituals, or sequences signals to the mind that a period of focus has begun. Routines reduce decision fatigue and prevent attention from being consumed by minor choices. When the brain associates specific behaviors with concentrated effort, entry into focused states becomes easier and faster. Habitual structure reinforces discipline, allowing sustained attention with less effort over time. Self-monitoring is essential for managing distraction. Periodically check whether attention is drifting and gently return to the primary task. This practice builds awareness of when focus is compromised and trains the mind to recognize and resist interruptions. Self-monitoring strengthens accountability and reinforces the habit of returning promptly to high-value activities, which is the core of disciplined behavior. Awareness combined with corrective action builds mental resilience and control. Rewarding focused effort reinforces discipline. Recognize periods where distractions were successfully resisted and objectives were met. Positive reinforcement encourages repetition of disciplined behavior, creating a feedback loop that strengthens habits over time. Rewards need not be elaborate. Acknowledgement of progress and self-satisfaction is sufficient to cement the practice of attention management. Rewarded effort transforms discipline into a sustainable, motivating force rather than an imposed obligation. Eliminate multitasking to strengthen focus. Attempting to handle multiple activities simultaneously divides energy and reduces both efficiency and effectiveness. Singular attention allows deeper engagement, greater accuracy, and faster completion of tasks. Discipline grows when the mind is conditioned to commit fully to one activity at a time, producing higher quality results and reinforcing self-control. The brain becomes more capable and decisive through practice in concentrated action. Mental preparation before beginning work enhances resistance to distraction. Set intentions, outline objectives, and clarify priorities. A clear mental map reduces the likelihood of attention wandering and provides a reference for returning to focus if interrupted. Preparedness strengthens resilience and ensures that each engagement with a task is deliberate and effective. Mental readiness lays the foundation for uninterrupted performance and disciplined execution. Identify triggers that lead to distraction and address them proactively. Whether emotional states, environmental cues, or habitual behaviors, recognizing the sources of diversion allows preemptive action. Modify surroundings, adjust routines, or develop coping strategies to reduce susceptibility. Understanding and mitigating triggers empowers control over attention and solidifies disciplined engagement. Proactive management transforms potential interruptions into opportunities for heightened focus. Gradually increase periods of focused effort to strengthen discipline. Start with manageable blocks of distraction-free time and extend them incrementally. The mind adapts to sustained attention, building endurance and cognitive resilience. Longer periods of concentrated work enhance efficiency, deepen understanding, and produce greater results, reinforcing the value of consistent practice. Incremental growth ensures that discipline becomes natural and reliable. Accountability amplifies distraction management. Share goals with a trusted individual or group who can provide support, encouragement, and oversight. Reporting progress or completion strengthens commitment and reduces the likelihood of succumbing to distractions. Accountability ensures that effort remains consistent and reinforces habits that maintain focus over time. The presence of oversight enhances both motivation and adherence to disciplined behavior. Integrate brief recovery intervals to prevent burnout and maintain concentration. Short pauses allow the brain to process information, recover energy, and return refreshed to tasks. Structured rest prevents mental fatigue from undermining discipline and supports sustained attention over longer periods. Recovery intervals maximize the efficiency of focused work, ensuring that energy is applied effectively throughout each session. Reflect on distraction management regularly to refine strategies. Assess what worked, what caused lapses, and how attention can be better protected in future sessions. Reflection provides insight into patterns, enabling continuous improvement. Learning from experience strengthens mental resilience, reinforces effective habits, and ensures that discipline becomes progressively more robust. Analysis converts effort into lasting skill. Discipline strengthened through distraction elimination enhances all areas of life. By controlling attention and energy, action becomes deliberate, consistent, and aligned with long-term goals. Focused engagement produces better results, accelerates growth, and cultivates confidence in personal capacity. Mastery over distractions is mastery over behavior, thought, and outcomes, establishing a foundation for success that compounds daily. Eliminating distractions is not a one-time effort. It is a continuous practice that reinforces self-control, builds resilience, and ensures that every action contributes meaningfully to progress. Chapter 6. Reflect to improve yourself constantly. Reflecting to improve yourself constantly is the cornerstone of continuous growth, because without conscious evaluation, actions can repeat without producing meaningful advancement. Reflection is more than looking back. It is an active process of analyzing decisions, behaviors, and results to understand what contributed to success or failure. By examining experiences critically, the mind uncovers patterns, identifies strength to leverage, and reveals weaknesses to address. Constant reflection transforms ordinary effort into deliberate progress, ensuring that lessons are extracted from every situation and applied to future action. Begin by reviewing the day's activities with honesty and attention to detail. Consider not only what was accomplished, but how it was approached. Analyze decisions made under pressure, strategies employed, and the outcomes that resulted. Ask yourself which actions moved you closer to your objectives, and which consumed time without meaningful impact. This process cultivates self-awareness, a critical skill for both personal and professional development, because it allows the mind to recognize patterns and improve effectiveness over time. Reflection requires emotional honesty. It is essential to acknowledge mistakes without judgment or avoidance. Owning errors empowers learning, whereas denial or rationalization hinders growth. Consider the factors that led to errors, the choices that could have been different, and the adjustments necessary for improvement. Facing reality directly strengthens resilience and builds a mindset oriented towards solutions rather than excuses. Emotional clarity enhances the ability to make better decisions in the future. Set aside dedicated time for reflection rather than relying on sporadic thought. Scheduled reflection ensures consistency and depth. Even brief, focused sessions at the end of the day or week provide space to consider accomplishments, challenges, and opportunities. Regular practice of reflection builds a habit of conscious self-improvement, preventing repetitive mistakes and reinforcing progress toward goals. Consistency is more valuable than duration. Repeated, focused reflection produces incremental but compounding growth. Documenting reflections increases clarity and reinforces learning. Write down insights, patterns, and lessons drawn from each session. Recording thoughts externalizes internal processes, enabling analysis free from memory distortions or emotional bias. Over time, a documented history of reflection reveals trends, highlights recurring challenges, and tracks progress. This record becomes a roadmap for continual development, showing how deliberate thought leads to measurable improvement. Reflection also involves evaluating the effectiveness of strategies and habits. Consider routines, time management, and approaches to problem solving. Which practices produce tangible results, and which require adjustment or elimination? Constant assessment ensures that energy is allocated to behaviors that yield the greatest return. Refining strategies through reflection transforms trial and error into informed experimentation, accelerating progress while reducing wasted effort. Seek feedback as part of the reflective process. Other perspectives often illuminate blind spots that personal assessment cannot reveal. Constructive criticism provides insight into behavior, performance, and interpersonal dynamics. Incorporating external viewpoints strengthens understanding and broadens awareness. Using feedback effectively requires humility and openness, qualities essential to consistent self-improvement. Reflection becomes richer and more accurate when informed by multiple sources of observation. Analyze outcomes rather than only intentions. Good intentions do not guarantee meaningful results. Focus on what actions produced measurable progress and which fell short despite effort. Understanding the relationship between effort, strategy, and outcome sharpens judgment and enhances decision-making. By concentrating on observable results, reflection becomes action-oriented and practical, guiding future behavior with precision. Identify recurring challenges and patterns that impede growth. Examine areas where mistakes or inefficiencies repeat and consider why they persist. Breaking these cycles requires targeted attention and deliberate changes in behavior. Awareness of patterns allows preemptive action, turning recurring obstacles into opportunities for improvement. Recognizing these trends transforms reflection from passive thought into an active tool for problem-solving and skill development. Reflection encourages adaptive thinking. Life is dynamic, and rigid adherence to outdated strategies limits growth. By regularly evaluating outcomes and circumstances, the mind learns to adjust approaches based on evidence rather than assumption. Adaptive reflection allows decisions to evolve with changing situations, fostering flexibility and resilience. Continuous adjustment ensures that personal improvement is aligned with reality and maximizes effectiveness. Incorporate self-inquiry questions into the reflection process. Ask what actions were most effective, where effort was wasted, which emotions influenced behavior, and what could be done differently. Structured questioning guides the mind toward meaningful insights and ensures that reflection is purposeful rather than superficial. Systematic inquiry deepens understanding, clarifies priorities, and strengthens the ability to act intentionally. Balance reflection between successes and failures. Recognize achievements and identify the factors that contributed to them. Celebrating successes reinforces productive habits, builds confidence, and motivates continued effort. At the same time, examining shortcomings uncovers lessons and opportunities for refinement. A dual approach prevents complacency while fostering a growth-oriented mindset, ensuring that reflection promotes continuous advancement rather than merely reinforcing existing strengths. Reflection is enhanced by focusing on long-term objectives. Analyze how daily actions contribute to overarching goals, skills, or values. Short-term distractions or minor setbacks lose significance when evaluated within a broader framework. Understanding the connection between present behavior and future outcomes strengthens purpose and guides effort more effectively. Aligning reflection with long-term priorities ensures that personal growth is cumulative and strategic. Integrate reflective insight directly into action. Insights without application have limited value. After identifying lessons, create concrete steps to implement improvements in the following day or week. Reflection must translate into behavioral adjustments, habit refinement, or strategy updates to produce tangible benefits. Applying insights consistently closes the loop between observation, learning, and execution, making reflection an active driver of progress. Embrace discomfort during reflection. Honest evaluation may reveal limitations, mistakes, or areas requiring significant change. Confronting uncomfortable truths strengthens resilience, self-awareness, and determination. Avoiding discomfort limits growth, whereas facing it directly accelerates mastery over habits, thought patterns, and performance. Reflection becomes a tool of empowerment when challenges are acknowledged and addressed rather than ignored. Reflection also strengthens emotional intelligence. By analyzing reactions, responses, and interactions, the mind becomes more aware of emotional patterns and triggers. Understanding emotional dynamics improves communication, decision-making, and interpersonal effectiveness. Emotional clarity contributes to better self-management and supports the cultivation of discipline, focus, and resilience. Reflection thus enriches not only cognitive ability, but also emotional and social competence. Regular reflection encourages proactive problem-solving, anticipating potential challenges, considering alternative strategies, and evaluating hypothetical outcomes develops foresight. This foresight allows for more effective planning and reduces the likelihood of repeating errors. Proactive reflection transforms the mind from reactive to strategic, enhancing both efficiency and confidence in decision-making. Reflection fosters accountability. By regularly assessing personal choices, behavior, and results, individuals hold themselves responsible for progress. Accountability strengthens motivation, reinforces discipline, and prevents the neglect of important actions. The consistent practice of honest self-evaluation ensures that effort is aligned with goals and that growth remains continuous rather than accidental. Incorporating reflection into daily routines solidifies it as a habit. Whether through journaling, meditation, or structured review, consistent practice embeds reflection into daily life. Over time, the mind becomes conditioned to analyze, learn, and adapt automatically, making self-improvement an ongoing process rather than occasional effort. Habitual reflection creates a feedback loop where insight consistently informs action. Reflection expands perspective by encouraging consideration of alternative approaches. Evaluating multiple solutions, considering different outcomes, and imagining varied scenarios strengthens problem-solving and creativity. A reflective mind becomes more versatile, capable of adjusting strategies when circumstances shift. Perspective broadening through reflection enhances both the depth and breadth of personal growth. Finally, reflection is a catalyst for mastery. It transforms experience into learning, effort into progress, and challenges into opportunity. By committing to constant evaluation, analysis, and adaptation, improvement becomes systematic and continuous. Reflection ensures that actions are intentional, skills are refined, and growth compounds steadily over time. The practice of deliberate, consistent reflection turns everyday experiences into a roadmap for self-mastery, making personal transformation both measurable and sustainable. Chapter 7. Track progress to stay motivated. Tracking progress is one of the most effective strategies to maintain motivation and ensure continuous growth, because it transforms abstract goals into measurable achievements. Without a clear sense of advancement, effort can feel aimless, and enthusiasm diminishes over time. Recording accomplishments allows the mind to recognize tangible results, reinforcing the belief that effort produces meaningful change. Motivation thrives when progress is visible, measurable, and acknowledged consistently. By monitoring development, individuals gain insight into patterns, strengths, and areas that require attention, creating a roadmap for sustained improvement. Begin by defining what progress looks like for each objective. Clarify the metrics, milestones, or behaviors that indicate movement toward the goal. These measures must be specific, observable, and relevant to the intended outcome. Vague or ambiguous definitions of success make tracking ineffective and leave achievement subject to interpretation. A clear framework provides direction, allowing focus to remain on actions that matter most and ensuring that effort is quantifiable. Use simple tools to record progress consistently. Journals, spreadsheets, apps, or charts can capture actions, outcomes, and reflections. The choice of method is less important than regularity and accuracy. Consistency reinforces accountability and creates a visual or documented representation of growth over time. Seeing progress concretely strengthens commitment and provides psychological reinforcement that fuels further effort. Break larger goals into smaller, manageable milestones. Tracking incremental achievements allows momentum to build and prevents overwhelm. Each completed milestone provides tangible evidence of progress, boosting motivation and increasing confidence. The compounding effect of small wins ensures that long-term objectives remain within reach while reinforcing the habit of consistent action. Milestones act as checkpoints that maintain focus and energize sustained effort. Reflect on both successes and setbacks when tracking progress. Achievements highlight effective strategies, while challenges reveal areas for improvement. Understanding why certain actions succeeded or failed transforms experiences into actionable lessons. Reflection linked with tracking creates a feedback loop that accelerates learning and enhances the likelihood of future success. Analyzing setbacks without judgment cultivates resilience and strategic thinking. Visualization reinforces tracked progress by making achievements tangible in the mind. Mentally revisiting completed tasks or milestones enhances motivation and reinforces commitment to the ongoing journey. Visualization bridges the gap between current performance and future goals, making progress feel real and attainable. It strengthens belief in the possibility of success and provides clarity on the next steps required to continue advancing. Regularly reviewing tracked data helps identify patterns in performance and behavior, observing which habits, strategies, or conditions lead to optimal results informs decision-making and resource allocation. Patterns reveal personal strengths to leverage and weaknesses to address, guiding improvements in efficiency and effectiveness. This insight enables more intelligent planning, ensuring that effort consistently produces desired outcomes. Celebrate progress appropriately to maintain enthusiasm and reward effort. Recognition of accomplishments, whether large or small, reinforces positive behavior and encourages repetition of productive habits. Celebrating progress does not require extravagance. Acknowledgement and reflection are sufficient to enhance motivation. Positive reinforcement strengthens psychological commitment and creates momentum for continued action. Adjust goals and strategies based on tracked results. When evidence indicates that a current approach is ineffective, modify tactics to improve outcomes. Flexibility in response to measured feedback ensures that effort remains productive and aligned with objectives. The act of tracking progress makes it possible to respond proactively, preventing wasted effort and accelerating achievement. Incorporate accountability into tracking systems, Sharing progress with a mentor, coach, or peer group increases commitment and reduces the likelihood of procrastination. External accountability provides perspective, encouragement, and constructive critique, reinforcing motivation. Knowing that performance is observed strengthens the resolve to maintain consistent effort and adhere to high standards. Time-based tracking enhances focus by linking effort to temporal markers. Measure how long tasks take, track streaks of consistent action, or establish deadlines for milestones. Temporal tracking emphasizes discipline and encourages efficient use of time, preventing stagnation or drift. Awareness of time in relation to progress fosters a sense of urgency and purpose, which motivates continued dedication to meaningful action. Tracking also clarifies priorities by revealing which activities yield the highest returns. Data collected from progress monitoring highlights the most effective actions and uncovers behaviors that do not contribute significantly to goals. This insight allows better allocation of effort and resources, reinforcing the principle of working smarter rather than harder. Progress tracking therefore becomes a tool not only for motivation but for strategic efficiency. Document qualitative as well as quantitative results. While numbers measure completion, reflection on experiences, learning, and emotional growth provides a deeper understanding of development. Combining both types, tracking offers a comprehensive view of progress, highlighting improvements in skill, mindset, and resilience. A holistic perspective strengthens motivation by illustrating growth beyond mere metrics. Incorporate visual representations of progress to enhance engagement. Charts, graphs, or progress bars provide immediate feedback and a sense of accomplishment. Visualization of advancement creates a tangible connection to goals and reinforces the impact of consistent effort. Seeing progress in a visual form strengthens psychological investment in the process and inspires continued dedication. Integrate tracking into daily routines to build consistency. Make recording progress habitual rather than occasional. Routine tracking reinforces awareness of actions, maintains focus on objectives, and ensures that momentum is sustained over time. Consistency embeds the practice into behavior, making motivation and accountability automatic rather than dependent on external stimuli. Use tracked information to anticipate challenges and plan solutions. Patterns in progress often indicate potential obstacles before they fully manifest. Identifying risks proactively allows preparation and adjustment of strategies, preventing disruption and maintaining forward momentum. This proactive use of tracking transforms it from a passive record into an active planning tool, enhancing both performance and resilience. Tracking cultivates self-confidence through evidence of competence. Seeing accumulated results and achievements reinforces belief in one's ability to execute plans and achieve goals. Confidence grows from tangible proof rather than self-perception alone, strengthening motivation and the willingness to take on more challenging tasks. Documented progress provides a concrete foundation for self-assurance and persistence. Combine tracking with reflection to maximize insight. Recording outcomes is valuable, but connecting them with analysis of actions, decisions, and strategies amplifies learning. Reflection ensures that each measurement informs future behavior, turning experience into continuous improvement. The integration of tracking and reflection creates a feedback system that accelerates growth and maintains motivation over time. Focus on what is within control when monitoring progress. External circumstances may influence results, but consistent effort, strategy, and focus are always under personal authority. Recognizing the distinction between controllable and uncontrollable factors prevents discouragement and maintains motivation. Control over effort ensures that progress is a product of deliberate action rather than chance, reinforcing empowerment and resilience. Motivation strengthens when tracking highlights the cumulative effect of effort. Small daily actions accumulate into measurable outcomes over time, demonstrating the power of consistency. Recognizing that incremental steps produce significant results fosters persistence, reinforces habits, and sustains commitment. Visualizing cumulative progress emphasizes that sustained effort compounds into meaningful achievement. Tracking progress ultimately transforms intention into results. By measuring, documenting, analyzing, and reflecting on actions, individuals maintain focus, adjust strategies, and remain motivated. Progress tracking ensures that effort is deliberate, outcomes are tangible, and growth is continuous. It converts abstract goals into observable success, strengthens discipline, and produces the feedback necessary to maintain energy, commitment, and direction on the path toward meaningful achievement. Chapter 8. Challenge limits to grow every day. Challenging limits is the essential pathway to growth, because comfort zones restrict potential and prevent meaningful development. True progress occurs when individuals confront boundaries, test capabilities, and embrace situations that feel uncomfortable or uncertain. By consistently pushing past self-imposed limits, skills are strengthened, confidence is built, and resilience is expanded. Growth is not linear. It requires deliberate effort to face obstacles, adapt, and persist even when results are not immediate. Each challenge encountered becomes an opportunity to learn, refine strategies, and understand personal capacity more deeply. Begin by identifying current limits in different areas of life, whether physical, mental, emotional, or professional. Understanding where boundaries exist provides a clear starting point for targeted improvement. Limits are often invisible until they are tested, so thoughtful assessment of skills, habits, and behaviors is critical. By acknowledging current capacity, it becomes possible to define achievable yet stretching goals that will foster advancement. Set incremental challenges that extend beyond comfort, but remain realistic. Overextending too quickly can lead to discouragement or burnout, while small, deliberate increments build sustainable growth. The balance between difficulty and feasibility ensures that each challenge is a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. Incremental stretching of abilities strengthens endurance, sharpens skills, and reinforces confidence in handling progressively larger obstacles. Adopt a mindset that views obstacles as opportunities rather than barriers. Challenges are often perceived as threats, which creates resistance and avoidance. By reframing them as chances to develop skill, discipline, and understanding, obstacles become a source of motivation rather than fear. This perspective fosters proactive engagement, encouraging consistent effort and creativity in overcoming difficulties. A growth-oriented mindset transforms challenging situations into practical learning experiences. Push beyond familiar routines to create opportunities for improvement. Habits that provide comfort may be efficient, but they rarely generate substantial growth. Introducing variation in daily activities, problem-solving approaches, or skill exercises forces adaptation and innovation. By intentionally breaking patterns, the mind and body are challenged to respond in new ways, reinforcing flexibility, resilience, and capability. Routine disruption is a tool for revealing untapped potential. Track responses to challenges to maximize learning. Observing how the mind, body, and emotions react during difficult situations provides insight into strengths, weaknesses, and areas for improvement. Self-awareness gained from tracking reactions enhances decision-making and informs the design of future challenges. Reflection on response patterns strengthens adaptability and equips individuals to confront increasingly complex or demanding situations with confidence. Set clear objectives for each challenge to maintain focus and direction. Without defined goals, effort may become scattered, and growth may be limited. Specific objectives provide a framework for evaluating performance and extracting meaningful lessons. Structured challenges allow progress to be measured, encourage disciplined effort, and ensure that each test of limits produces actionable insight. Clarity of purpose maximizes both efficiency and impact in personal development. Develop resilience through repeated exposure to difficulty. Facing challenges repeatedly conditions the mind to tolerate discomfort, manage stress, and maintain focus under pressure. Resilience cultivated in one area of life transfers to other domains, enhancing overall capability and stability. Incremental exposure to adversity strengthens perseverance, enabling sustained effort even when obstacles intensify. The discipline acquired through challenging limits becomes a durable foundation for continued growth. Seek feedback when attempting to push boundaries. External perspectives provide critical insights into performance, approach, and potential blind spots. Constructive critique enables refinement, encourages adaptation, and prevents stagnation. Collaboration or mentorship during challenging tasks increases effectiveness by identifying overlooked opportunities for improvement and guiding efforts toward the most impactful actions. Feedback transforms effort into informed growth. Challenge limits in multiple dimensions simultaneously for holistic development. Growth is most effective when physical, mental, emotional, and strategic capacities are expanded in tandem. Engaging different facets of capability prevents imbalances and cultivates comprehensive strength. Simultaneous development fosters integration of skills, reinforces discipline, and creates a more adaptable and versatile foundation for achievement. Embrace discomfort as a natural and necessary part of growth. Anxiety, fatigue, and uncertainty signal that the mind and body are operating near their current capacity. These sensations should not be avoided, but accepted as indicators that progress is being made. Understanding that discomfort is temporary and productive strengthens resolve and allows individuals to persist in challenging endeavors with confidence. Document experiences and insights gained from challenges to reinforce learning. Recording observations, outcomes, and reflections ensures that lessons are not forgotten and can be applied to future efforts. Documentation also provides tangible evidence of growth over time, reinforcing motivation and building a clear record of achievement. Written reflection transforms each challenge into a lasting resource for continued development. Experiment with new strategies to overcome limits. Approaching obstacles with different techniques, perspectives, or behaviors encourages creativity and adaptability. Repetition without variation produces incremental improvement, while strategic experimentation accelerates learning and uncovers more effective methods. Innovation within challenge promotes mental agility and strengthens the ability to respond flexibly to future constraints. Challenge limits in a safe but structured manner to minimize unnecessary risk. Growth requires pushing boundaries, but recklessness can undermine progress or cause setbacks. Thoughtful design of challenges ensures that effort expands capacity while maintaining sustainability. A balance of risk and preparation enables confident action, maximizing learning without compromising well-being. Combine physical and mental challenges to enhance overall growth. Physical exertion strengthens discipline, endurance, and confidence, while mental challenges develop focus, problem-solving, and strategic thinking. Integrating these dimensions produces synergy, reinforcing the ability to handle demanding tasks and adapt to complex situations. Holistic challenge accelerates improvement and fosters comprehensive personal development. Develop patience while challenging limits. Progress may be slower than expected, and obstacles can feel discouraging. Consistent effort over time produces substantial growth, even if immediate results are not apparent. Patience reinforces persistence, reduces frustration, and allows the mind to sustain engagement with difficult tasks. Understanding that incremental improvement compounds over time encourages continued commitment to stretching boundaries. Challenge assumptions and self-imposed limitations regularly. Many boundaries exist only in perception and can be expanded through conscious effort. Question beliefs about personal ability, capability, and potential to uncover hidden strengths. Breaking mental barriers is as critical as physical or skill-based challenges, enabling more ambitious goal setting and higher achievement. Self-questioning fosters awareness and opens pathways for meaningful transformation. Seek accountability to maintain consistency when testing limits. Sharing objectives with a mentor, peer, or community increases commitment and provides support when obstacles feel daunting. Accountability encourages persistence, reinforces focus, and ensures that challenges are approached systematically. The presence of oversight strengthens resolve, motivating continued action even when intrinsic motivation fluctuates. Celebrate achievements reached through challenge. Recognizing progress reinforces behavior, motivates further effort, and strengthens confidence. Celebration provides a psychological reward that encourages repetition of disciplined action and increases engagement with future challenges. Recognition of accomplishment validates risk-taking, reinforces the value of pushing limits, and fosters a mindset oriented toward continual improvement. Reflect on the process after each challenge to extract lessons and refine future efforts. Understanding what strategies worked, where adjustments are needed, and how responses could improve creates a feedback loop for accelerated growth. Reflection transforms experience into structured knowledge, enhancing both the efficiency and effectiveness of future boundary-pushing endeavors. Each challenge becomes a building block for mastery. Ultimately, challenging limits daily is a lifelong practice that produces cumulative growth. By continuously testing capacity, embracing discomfort, learning from experience, and refining approach, individuals expand skill, confidence, and resilience. Daily effort to surpass perceived boundaries ensures that potential is realized progressively, turning deliberate action into measurable, sustainable transformation. Growth occurs consistently when boundaries are confronted deliberately, reinforcing the principle that personal evolution is achieved through repeated, focused challenge. Chapter 9. Learn actively to gain real skills. Learning actively is the most effective way to acquire real skills, because passive absorption rarely translates into meaningful competence. True mastery requires engaging the mind and body intentionally in the process of acquiring knowledge and applying it consistently. Active learning transforms information into usable abilities, making concepts practical and immediately applicable. When learning is approached deliberately, each effort compounds, creating a foundation for long-term growth, problem-solving, and adaptability. Real skills are built through intentional practice, reflection, and experimentation, not through passive exposure or casual observation. Begin by defining the skills you want to acquire and why they matter. Understanding the purpose behind learning provides direction, focus, and motivation. Without clarity of intent, effort may be scattered, and progress will be slow. When goals are specific, it becomes easier to design activities that develop those skills efficiently. Purpose-driven learning ensures that time and energy are invested in meaningful growth. Engage with material actively rather than passively consuming it. Reading, watching, or listening without interaction leads to limited retention. Summarize key points, ask questions, and test understanding through practical exercises. Teaching what you learn to someone else or explaining concepts aloud reinforces comprehension and embeds knowledge more deeply. Active engagement turns information into experience, strengthening memory and skill application. Practice deliberately with intention and focus. Skills developed through repeated, concentrated effort aimed at improvement, not merely repetition. Break tasks into components, focus on challenging areas, and iterate until proficiency is achieved. Deliberate practice requires attention to detail, recognition of errors, and immediate corrective action. By targeting weaknesses and refining performance incrementally, competence grows steadily and reliably. Applying new knowledge in real-world scenarios to solidify learning. Skills become meaningful when used in practical situations where outcomes matter. Experiment with different approaches, analyze results, and adjust methods accordingly. Hands-on application bridges the gap between theory and performance, transforming abstract understanding into concrete capability. Active involvement in relevant contexts ensures that skills are retained and transferable. Seek feedback consistently to accelerate improvement. Constructive criticism highlights blind spots and provides guidance for refinement. Feedback is most valuable when specific, actionable, and timely. Incorporating suggestions into practice helps avoid repeating mistakes and enhances efficiency in skill acquisition. A willingness to learn from others strengthens adaptability and ensures continuous progress toward mastery. Break learning into manageable sessions to maximize retention and minimize cognitive fatigue. Short, focused periods of practice allow the mind to absorb information efficiently, while frequent intervals reinforce memory and skill consolidation. Extended, unfocused sessions often lead to diminishing returns and frustration. Structuring learning into intentional blocks increases effectiveness and builds sustainable habits for continuous improvement. Reflect on performance regularly to deepen understanding. Evaluate what worked, what didn't, and which strategies produced the best results. Reflection converts experience into knowledge by allowing learners to extract lessons from successes and setbacks. This process strengthens decision-making, problem-solving, and adaptability, creating a feedback loop where practice informs improvement continuously. Experiment with varied approaches to enhance skill flexibility. Relying on a single method limits growth and adaptability. Trying multiple techniques, perspectives, or strategies builds a more robust skill set and fosters creative problem-solving. Exposure to diverse methods ensures that abilities remain versatile, resilient, and capable of handling unpredictable challenges. Active experimentation broadens capacity and accelerates mastery. Set clear, measurable objectives for each learning session. Define targets, provide focus, accountability, and motivation. Tracking incremental achievements allows learners to gauge progress and adjust efforts to maximize efficiency. Objectives turn practice into purposeful action, ensuring that each session contributes meaningfully to skill development. Measurable goals also reinforce a sense of accomplishment and encourage continued engagement. Integrate learning with other skills to create synergy. Developing complementary abilities enhances overall effectiveness and prepares the mind to handle complex tasks. For example, combining analytical thinking with communication skills increases the impact of problem-solving. Interconnected skill development reinforces understanding and creates a more capable and adaptable individual. Active integration ensures that growth is not isolated, but cumulative. Maintain consistency to convert effort into mastery. Sporadic learning slows progress and reduces retention, while regular, disciplined engagement strengthens both skill and confidence. Consistent practice establishes neural pathways and reinforces habits that make abilities second nature. Over time, the compounding effect of repeated effort produces substantial competence and reliable performance under varied conditions. Challenge yourself to learn under pressure or in unfamiliar situations. Comfort and routine limit growth, while exposure to demanding circumstances accelerates adaptation and capability. Stressful or novel environments teach resilience, problem-solving and flexibility, enhancing overall skill acquisition. Actively confronting difficulty ensures that skills are tested and refined, preparing the individual for real-world application. Document progress and insights to strengthen learning. Recording successes, mistakes and reflections consolidates knowledge and creates a reference for future practice. Documentation also allows for analysis of patterns, identification of strengths, and recognition of areas requiring further attention. Written records reinforce mental organization, enhance accountability, and provide tangible evidence of growth over time. Use repetition strategically to reinforce skills. Repeated application solidifies competence and builds confidence. However, repetition should be purposeful, focusing on areas of weakness or critical aspects of performance. Mindless repetition produces minimal improvement, while intentional reinforcement ensures that each effort strengthens understanding, precision, and adaptability. Structured repetition transforms practice into mastery. Cultivate curiosity to drive deeper learning. Question assumptions, explore nuances, and seek to understand underlying principles. Curiosity motivates engagement, fuels exploration, and encourages persistence in the face of challenges. A curious mind actively seeks improvement, uncovers hidden opportunities, and continuously expands capability. Learning with curiosity ensures that development is sustained and meaningful. Collaborate with others to gain new perspectives and refine skills. Interaction with peers, mentors, or experts exposes the learner to alternative strategies, feedback, and constructive challenge. Collaborative learning accelerates skill acquisition by incorporating insights that might not emerge in isolation. Engaging with others encourages adaptability, broadens understanding, and fosters problem-solving in diverse contexts. Integrate reflection, practice, and feedback into a continuous cycle. Learning is most effective when each session informs the next. Mistakes are corrected promptly, and strategies are adjusted based on insight. This iterative process ensures steady improvement, reinforces retention, and strengthens skill application in a variety of scenarios. Active participation in this cycle accelerates competence and deepens understanding. Focus on outcomes and practical utility rather than theoretical knowledge alone. Real skills are validated by effectiveness in action, not just conceptual comprehension. Prioritize learning that can be applied to solve problems, achieve goals, or enhance capability. Practical application anchors knowledge in reality, ensuring that skills are relevant, reliable, and impactful. Celebrate milestones and tangible progress to maintain motivation. Recognition of achievement reinforces effort and encourages continued engagement. Milestone acknowledgement fosters confidence, provides evidence of capability, and strengthens commitment to ongoing growth. Celebrating incremental success sustains energy, focus, and determination throughout the learning journey. Learning actively every day ensures that skills are not only acquired but ingrained. By engaging intentionally, practicing deliberately, reflecting critically, and applying knowledge in meaningful contexts, individuals develop competence that is resilient, adaptable, and functional. Active learning transforms potential into performance, ensuring that effort produces tangible results, personal growth, and lasting mastery. Chapter 10. Apply lessons to transform your life. Applying lessons to transform your life is the essential step that turns knowledge into real change, because insight alone does not create results. Learning, reflection, and observation are valuable only when they are translated into deliberate action that alters behavior, decision-making, and daily habits. Transformation requires conscious integration of lessons into routines, relationships, work, and personal goals, ensuring that growth is measurable, sustainable, and meaningful. Each lesson absorbed becomes a tool for shaping choices, overcoming obstacles, and creating a life aligned with purpose and intention. Begin by identifying lessons that carry the greatest relevance to your current goals. Not every insight warrants immediate action, so discern which knowledge will have the most significant impact on your growth or performance. Prioritize actionable lessons that can be applied consistently, allowing change to compound over time. Clear prioritization ensures that effort is focused on meaningful adjustments rather than scattered experimentation. Translate lessons into concrete, specific actions. Vague intentions, such as be more disciplined or improve focus, rarely produce measurable change. Define precise steps, behaviors, and practices that embody the lesson. For example, instead of saying practice patience, set a tangible method, such as pausing for 3 deep breaths before responding to difficult situations. Specificity bridges the gap between understanding and implementation. Integrate new practices into daily routines for maximum effectiveness. Habits are the framework through which lessons produce lasting transformation. By embedding lessons into established patterns, you reduce reliance on willpower and increase consistency. Small, consistent actions create compounding effects that gradually restructure behavior, mindset, and performance over time. Transformation is achieved not through sporadic effort, but through persistent, structured application. Experiment actively to adapt lessons to your unique circumstances. Life is dynamic, and a lesson applied rigidly may not produce the intended outcome in every context. Test different approaches, monitor results, and adjust methods to suit your environment, goals, and personal strengths. Active experimentation ensures that transformation is practical, functional, and resilient to unforeseen challenges. Monitor outcomes to assess the effectiveness of applied lessons. Track progress, record changes in behavior, and note the impact on personal, professional, and relational aspects of life. Objective observation provides feedback, clarifies what works, and informs adjustments. Without monitoring, application may lack direction, reducing its transformative potential. Tracking ensures that action is purposeful and results-oriented. Combine lessons to create integrated strategies for improvement. Individual insights are powerful, but their synergy produces exponential benefits. Align multiple lessons with one another to reinforce behaviors, enhance efficiency, and deepen impact. For example, combining reflection with deliberate practice strengthens decision-making and skill acquisition simultaneously. Integration allows lessons to work together, accelerating transformation across all areas of life. Commit fully to applying lessons consistently over time. Sporadic effort may yield short-term results, but sustained commitment is required for lasting transformation. Regular practice, review, and adjustment reinforce change, making new behaviors automatic and deeply ingrained. Consistency over time ensures that lessons move from conscious effort to second-nature action, creating enduring growth. Confront challenges and resistance during application. Transformation often requires breaking old habits, facing uncomfortable truths, and persevering through setbacks. Anticipate obstacles and approach them with patience, adaptability, and problem-solving. Confronting resistance directly strengthens resilience and reinforces the value of applied lessons, ensuring that growth is robust rather than superficial. Reflect on experiences during the process of applying lessons. Continuous reflection allows you to refine methods, extract deeper understanding, and enhance effectiveness. By assessing what succeeds and what requires adjustment, you ensure that transformation is guided by insight rather than trial and error alone. Reflection creates a feedback loop where lessons are reinforced and improved through active engagement. Leverage accountability to strengthen the application of lessons. Sharing goals, strategies, and progress with mentors, peers, or support networks increases commitment and provides external perspective. Accountability ensures that actions align with intentions and maintains motivation when personal discipline fluctuates. Collaboration and support amplify the impact of applied lessons and help maintain momentum. Focus on one lesson at a time for deliberate, measurable impact. While multiple lessons can be pursued simultaneously, concentrating on a single lesson initially ensures clarity, precision, and effective integration. Mastery of individual principles before layering additional lessons prevents dilution of effort and accelerates meaningful transformation. Sequential focus builds confidence, competence, and sustainable growth. Adjust lessons to align with long-term goals and values. Application is most powerful when it serves a larger purpose rather than isolated improvement. Connect insights to overarching aspirations, career objectives, or personal values to ensure that change is relevant, purposeful, and motivating. Alignment creates coherence in decision-making, enhancing both efficiency and satisfaction in the growth process. Reinforce applied lessons through repetition and habit formation. Consistent execution embeds behaviors and responses, making transformation automatic and resilient to stress or distraction. Repetition strengthens neural pathways, consolidates skills, and integrates lessons into daily life seamlessly. Habits formed through repeated application turn intentional learning into sustainable personal evolution. Use setbacks as opportunities to refine application. Failure or unexpected results are valuable feedback for adjusting approach, deepening understanding, and improving execution. Viewing setbacks as part of the process prevents discouragement and fosters adaptive growth. Lessons applied imperfectly still provide insight, and iterative improvement ensures that challenges contribute to long-term transformation. Celebrate progress to maintain motivation and reinforce applied lessons. Recognition of incremental achievements validates effort, strengthens commitment, and encourages continued practice. Acknowledgement of improvement fosters confidence, resilience, and engagement with further application. Celebrating success motivates persistence, making the ongoing integration of lessons both rewarding and sustainable. Balance urgency with patience in the transformation process. Change occurs gradually and requires consistent effort over time. Impatience may lead to incomplete application or abandonment of practices, while thoughtful patience ensures that lessons are fully internalized. Steady, deliberate progress produces deeper, lasting results than rapid but unsustained action. Incorporate active learning and experimentation alongside application. Applying lessons is most effective when paired with continued exploration, skill acquisition, and adaptation. As new knowledge is gained, it should be integrated with existing lessons to refine approaches and enhance transformation. Continuous learning ensures that applied insights remain relevant and effective in evolving circumstances. Maintain focus on behavior and mindset simultaneously. Transformation is not limited to skills or knowledge, but includes thought patterns, attitudes, and decision-making frameworks. Applying lessons should strengthen both the practical and mental aspects of growth, ensuring comprehensive and sustainable change. Addressing mindset alongside action magnifies the impact of applied lessons. Document applied lessons and their outcomes for future reference. Recording successes, adjustments, and challenges creates a resource to guide continued development. Documentation allows evaluation of strategies, identification of patterns, and reinforcement of effective behaviors. It transforms experience into structured knowledge that supports ongoing transformation. Finally, embrace the process of applying lessons as a lifelong commitment. Real transformation is continuous, iterative, and dynamic. Each lesson applied contributes to an evolving version of yourself, improving resilience, capability, and fulfillment over time. By consistently turning insight into action, intentional behavior, and measurable change, life is transformed steadily, creating lasting growth, achievement, and personal mastery. Chapter 11. Visualize goals to guide actions. Visualizing goals is a powerful strategy that transforms intention into purposeful action because it provides clarity, direction, and motivation. When the mind creates a clear image of what it wants to achieve, it establishes a framework for behavior, decision-making, and consistent effort. Visualization bridges the gap between abstract ideas and tangible outcomes, allowing individuals to act with confidence, focus, and persistence. Goals become more achievable when the brain has a vivid representation of success, as the mind begins to anticipate the steps necessary to reach them and aligns behavior with desired results. Begin by defining goals with precision. The clearer and more specific a goal is, the easier it becomes to visualize it effectively. Ambiguous objectives lead to scattered focus, weak motivation, and inconsistent action. Break larger ambitions into smaller, measurable targets, and create a mental image of each outcome. Detailed visualization helps the mind perceive success as attainable, reinforcing the belief that effort produces results. Incorporate sensory detail into visualization. Engage sight, sound, touch, and emotion to make the imagined outcome feel real. Visualizing not only what success looks like, but how it feels emotionally strengthens commitment. Experiencing the anticipated satisfaction, pride, or relief in the mind primes motivation and enhances persistence. Multisensory imagery activates the brain in ways that abstract thinking alone cannot, reinforcing alignment between intention and action. Practice visualization consistently. Daily mental rehearsal strengthens the connection between goals and behavior. A brief period each day dedicated to vividly imagining the achievement of objectives helps maintain focus, reduces distractions, and aligns subconscious patterns with desired outcomes. Repetition reinforces the mental representation of success, making it easier to recognize opportunities and take purposeful steps toward goals. Combine visualization with concrete planning. Imagining a goal without mapping the steps needed to reach it produces wishful thinking rather than progress. Identify specific actions, deadlines, and resources necessary for achieving the visualized outcome. Mentally walk through the sequence of actions, obstacles, and decisions required. This prepares the mind for real-world execution, reduces uncertainty, and increases confidence in the ability to succeed. Integrate visualization with emotional engagement. Feeling the excitement, pride, and satisfaction of achieving goals in your imagination motivates persistence and resilience. Emotion strengthens memory, focus, and the likelihood of translating mental rehearsal into practical action. When emotional energy is linked to visualized outcomes, motivation becomes self-sustaining, creating momentum that drives consistent effort. Use visualization to anticipate challenges and rehearse responses. Imagine potential obstacles and mentally practice strategies to overcome them. This preparation reduces fear, enhances problem solving, and increases adaptability. By foreseeing difficulties and visualizing effective responses, the mind is better equipped to handle real-life setbacks, reducing hesitation and maintaining progress toward goals. Align daily actions with visualized outcomes. Each task, decision, and choice should be evaluated against its relevance to the goal. Visualization clarifies priorities, allowing individuals to focus effort on activities that directly contribute to success. Behavior guided by mental imagery ensures consistency, efficiency, and alignment with long-term objectives. When actions match the mental picture of achievement, results are produced more effectively. Track progress while maintaining a vivid image of the desired outcome. Monitoring advancement ensures that visualization remains grounded in reality and informs adjustments to strategies. Observing milestones reinforces the connection between mental rehearsal and actual achievement, enhancing motivation and sustaining engagement. Feedback from tracking strengthens confidence and provides evidence that visualization is guiding meaningful action. Use affirmations and self-talk alongside visualization to reinforce belief in goal attainment. Verbal reinforcement strengthens mental imagery, boosts confidence, and reduces self-doubt. Positive language integrated with visualized success primes the mind to expect and pursue desired outcomes actively. This combination accelerates alignment between intention and behavior, enhancing the probability of achievement. Visualize the process, not just the outcome. Imagining the steps, challenges, and effort required to reach a goal prepares the mind for action and reduces surprise or frustration. Mental rehearsal of the journey ensures that persistence, patience, and discipline are cultivated alongside ambition. Focusing solely on the endpoint can create unrealistic expectations, while process visualization builds resilience, adaptability, and strategic thinking. Involve multiple perspectives in visualization. Imagine how achieving the goal affects relationships, career, personal growth, or other relevant areas. Seeing the broader impact provides additional motivation and ensures that objectives are meaningful and aligned with values. Considering consequences, benefits, and interactions enhances clarity and strengthens commitment to the envisioned outcome. Reinforce visualization with physical cues and environments. Surround yourself with reminders, images, or symbols of goals to maintain focus. Tangible prompts trigger the mental rehearsal of objectives, keeping attention aligned with desired results. Environmental reinforcement strengthens the connection between thought, intention, and action, making visualization more effective and persistent. Visualize flexibility in achieving goals. Life rarely unfolds perfectly, so incorporate multiple pathways and alternatives in mental rehearsal. Seeing different routes and responses in the mind prepares for adaptation and creative problem-solving. Flexible visualization prevents discouragement when plans change and ensures that progress remains steady despite unexpected obstacles. Pair visualization with actionable steps immediately after mental rehearsal. The transition from imagining success to executing tangible actions strengthens learning, habit formation, and skill acquisition. Mental rehearsal without action remains theoretical, while coupling visualization with practice converts intention into measurable results. This integration ensures that visualization functions as a catalyst rather than a passive exercise. Reflect on visualizations regularly to refine accuracy and effectiveness. Adjust images to reflect evolving understanding, feedback, or progress. As knowledge and experience grow, mental representations should adapt to ensure continued relevance, clarity, and motivation. Ongoing refinement enhances the alignment between visualized outcomes and practical execution, maximizing impact. Cultivate patience and persistence while using visualization. Transforming mental images into real-world achievement requires time, effort, and consistent application. Visualization maintains focus during periods of slow progress or difficulty, ensuring that motivation remains high and effort continues. The combination of clear mental imagery and steady action produces sustainable growth and eventual success. Integrate visualization into goal-setting routines. Begin each planning session by mentally rehearsing desired outcomes, expected challenges, and actionable steps. This primes attention, clarifies priorities, and reinforces commitment to both strategy and effort. Routine integration ensures that visualization remains a consistent tool for guidance rather than a sporadic exercise. Balance ambition with realism. In visualization, create images that are inspiring yet achievable, fostering confidence rather than frustration. Unrealistic visualization may generate excitement temporarily, but can undermine persistence if outcomes seem unattainable. Grounded imagery motivates action by showing a clear, feasible path to desired results, ensuring that effort produces tangible progress. Use visualization to strengthen self-discipline. Seeing yourself completing tasks, making choices, and overcoming obstacles mentally prepares the mind for real execution. This mental rehearsal reduces procrastination, increases focus, and reinforces consistency in behavior. Visualization primes action, making disciplined behavior more automatic and reliable. Finally, treat visualization as a dynamic tool for guiding life rather than a passive daydream. Actively rehearse goals, integrate lessons, adapt strategies, and align actions consistently with mental imagery. Visualization becomes a bridge between aspiration and achievement, connecting imagination with disciplined execution. By practicing this skill daily, focus sharpens, clarity emerges, and goals transition from abstract ideas into tangible, lived reality, guiding action and transforming potential into consistent accomplishment. Chapter 12. Cultivate Patience for Lasting Growth. Patience is the cornerstone of meaningful and lasting growth. Because transformation rarely occurs overnight, and consistent effort over time produces the deepest results. Developing skills, building resilience, and achieving goals all require a steady commitment to practice, learning, and refinement. Impatience often leads to hasty decisions, frustration, or abandonment of effort, while cultivating patience creates space for deliberate action, reflection, and strategic adjustment. Growth that is rushed is often fragile, but growth nurtured with patience becomes durable, reliable, and sustainable across life's challenges. Begin by acknowledging that meaningful progress takes time, and that each step, no matter how small, contributes to cumulative improvement. Patience allows individuals to see beyond immediate discomfort, obstacles, or delays, understanding that consistent intentional effort compounds into significant transformation. Recognizing the long-term nature of growth reduces anxiety, encourages focus, and fosters disciplined behavior. Develop the ability to delay gratification in pursuit of long-term objectives. Immediate rewards often feel satisfying but rarely produce meaningful growth. By postponing short-term pleasures in favor of consistent action toward larger goals, the mind strengthens discipline and the capacity for sustained effort. Delaying gratification enhances perseverance, reinforces self-control, and ensures that energy is directed toward outcomes that have lasting value. Practice mindfulness to reinforce patience. Being fully present in the moment allows individuals to engage with tasks and challenges without becoming frustrated by external circumstances or slow progress. Mindfulness cultivates awareness of effort, process, and incremental improvement, fostering calmness and acceptance. By focusing on each step rather than obsessing over distant outcomes, patience grows naturally and supports deliberate action. Set realistic expectations for progress. Understanding the natural pace of development prevents discouragement when results are slower than anticipated. Growth is rarely linear, and setbacks or delays are part of the process. By maintaining realistic standards, effort remains consistent, motivation is preserved, and frustration is minimized. Accepting gradual progress reinforces patience and strengthens resilience. Break large goals into smaller, achievable milestones. Smaller targets provide regular feedback and create a sense of accomplishment, reinforcing motivation and encouraging continued effort. Each milestone serves as evidence that consistent action produces results, making it easier to remain patient and committed to long-term objectives. Incremental success sustains focus and builds confidence in the path forward. Use reflection to cultivate patience and understanding. Regularly reviewing progress, challenges, and lessons learned enhances self-awareness and perspective. Reflection allows individuals to see that even when progress appears slow, meaningful improvement is occurring. Understanding that growth involves adaptation, learning from mistakes, and gradual skill acquisition reduces anxiety and strengthens commitment to long-term development. Accept and embrace setbacks as part of the growth process. Challenges, failures, and unexpected obstacles are not indicators of inadequacy, but opportunities for learning and improvement. Patience allows individuals to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, creating space for problem-solving and adaptation. Embracing setbacks fosters resilience and ensures that temporary difficulties do not derail progress. Focus on process rather than outcome to strengthen patience. When attention is directed toward consistent practice, effort, and incremental improvement, the mind becomes less attached to immediate results. Process-oriented focus emphasizes action, reflection, and adjustment, ensuring that each step contributes to long-term growth. Patience is reinforced by engagement in the present, which nurtures both discipline and sustained progress. Develop routines that encourage steady, deliberate effort. Habits create structure and consistency, reducing reliance on motivation alone. By embedding small, repeated actions into daily life, progress occurs naturally over time. Routine strengthens patience because growth is not left to chance, but built through systematic, intentional effort that accumulates incrementally. Practice self-compassion to support patience during challenges. Recognize that mistakes, delays, and difficulties are part of the learning and growth process. Treating oneself with understanding reduces frustration and encourages continued effort. Self-compassion reinforces resilience, allowing individuals to maintain commitment even when progress feels slow or outcomes are uncertain. Use visualization to reinforce long-term perspective. Mentally imagining the successful outcome of sustained effort provides motivation and context for enduring short-term challenges. Visualization strengthens focus, increases perseverance, and reminds individuals that patience is a strategic choice, essential for realizing meaningful and lasting results. Combine patience with active problem-solving. While waiting and accepting the pace of growth is important, effort must remain deliberate and strategic. Patience is not passive resignation, but a disciplined approach that balances persistence, learning, and adaptation. Consistently applying effort while accommodating natural timing ensures steady, sustainable transformation. Celebrate small victories to reinforce patience. Recognizing incremental achievement validates effort, builds confidence, and provides tangible proof of progress. Acknowledgement of minor successes encourages continued engagement and reduces the temptation to rush, maintaining focus on consistent, long-term effort. Each small win reinforces the value of persistence and the power of patience in achieving significant growth. Engage in consistent practice to strengthen both patience and skill. Repetition under deliberate conditions develops competence while reinforcing the understanding that mastery emerges over time. Regular engagement with challenges and tasks deepens expertise and supports confidence in long-term growth. demonstrating that consistent effort outweighs short-term urgency. Surround yourself with environments and influences that model patience. Observing others who achieve success through steady, disciplined effort provides inspiration and reinforces the mindset necessary for long-term growth. Environments that encourage reflection, focus, and resilience nurture patience by reducing distractions and emphasizing consistent, meaningful action. Maintain perspective on progress by reviewing long-term trends. Tracking development over weeks, months, or years highlights the cumulative effect of consistent effort. Long-term perspective reduces anxiety about immediate outcomes and reinforces the understanding that significant transformation is a product of steady, ongoing practice. Strengthen patience through deliberate breathing and mental calmness. Techniques that cultivate composure under stress enhance the ability to persist in the face of obstacles or delays. Calmness reduces impulsive reactions, maintains clarity, and reinforces deliberate, thoughtful effort toward long-term objectives. Mental equilibrium supports sustained focus and enhances the effectiveness of consistent action. Integrate reflection, practice, and feedback into a continuous cycle to sustain growth. Observing results, refining methods, and adjusting behavior over time ensures that patience produces tangible improvement. The iterative process allows individuals to see progress, respond to challenges thoughtfully, and maintain motivation through measured, disciplined effort. Adopt a mindset that values gradual improvement over instant success. Real growth is cumulative, built upon repeated effort, learning, and adaptation. Embracing this mindset reduces frustration, strengthens focus, and ensures that energy is invested wisely in consistent, purposeful action. Patience becomes a strategic advantage rather than a limitation, facilitating enduring transformation. Ultimately, cultivating patience is a deliberate practice that underpins every aspect of lasting growth. By combining consistent effort, realistic expectations, reflection, deliberate action, and emotional regulation, individuals create a framework that produces sustainable improvement. Patience allows the mind to endure discomfort, overcome setbacks, and maintain focus on long-term objectives. Transformation occurs steadily when effort is persistent, disciplined, and guided by the understanding that meaningful results are achieved over time through deliberate, patient engagement. Chapter 13. Strengthen resilience to overcome setbacks. Resilience is the ability to recover from setbacks, adapt to challenges, and continue pursuing goals despite difficulties. Strengthening resilience is essential because life inevitably presents obstacles, unexpected failures, and difficult circumstances that test determination and focus. People who develop resilience respond to adversity with strength, creativity, and persistence rather than despair or withdrawal. Building resilience transforms obstacles into opportunities for growth, deepening self-confidence, improving decision-making, and sustaining long-term progress. Start by acknowledging that setbacks are an unavoidable part of personal and professional development. Accepting challenges as natural rather than abnormal allows the mind to focus on solutions instead of frustration. This perspective reduces emotional overload, encourages constructive thinking, and fosters proactive responses. When adversity is viewed as a learning experience, resilience becomes a skill that can be practiced and strengthened. Develop a mindset that emphasizes adaptability and flexibility. Resilient individuals understand that rigid expectations often lead to disappointment, while adaptability allows for effective responses to changing circumstances. By remaining open to alternative approaches and adjusting strategies when needed, setbacks become manageable rather than discouraging. Flexibility enhances problem-solving skills and ensures continuous forward motion even under pressure. Cultivate emotional regulation to maintain clarity during challenges. Resilience requires the ability to manage stress, frustration, and fear without becoming overwhelmed. Techniques such as controlled breathing, mindfulness, and focused reflection help maintain calmness, enabling thoughtful decisions instead of reactive responses. Emotional control prevents setbacks from causing impulsive actions that might worsen the situation, creating space for deliberate problem solving. Focus on actionable solutions instead of dwelling on problems. Resilient individuals concentrate on what can be controlled and take immediate, practical steps to improve circumstances. Problem-solving orientation shifts energy from negativity to constructive action, allowing progress to continue despite obstacles. Action reinforces confidence and reduces the sense of helplessness that can accompany setbacks. Strengthen resilience by reflecting on past challenges and how they were overcome. Reviewing previous experiences provides perspective, reinforces capability, and builds confidence in the ability to handle future difficulties. Recognizing patterns of success, strategies that worked, and lessons learned increases preparedness and determination when facing new obstacles. Reflection transforms past adversity into a resource for ongoing growth. Build physical and mental endurance to support resilience. Regular exercise, adequate sleep, and proper nutrition strengthen the body's ability to withstand stress, while mental exercises such as meditation, journaling, and cognitive training enhance focus and adaptability. A resilient mind and body respond more effectively to challenges, recover faster, and maintain performance under pressure. Develop a strong support network to enhance resilience. Relationships with mentors, peers, and trusted confidants provide guidance, feedback, and encouragement during difficult times. Support systems create perspective, reduce isolation, and offer practical assistance when navigating challenges. Social connections reinforce confidence and provide motivation to persist through setbacks. Practice problem anticipation to prepare for adversity. Visualizing potential challenges and mentally rehearsing strategies to overcome them strengthens readiness and reduces fear. Anticipation allows individuals to respond proactively, minimize negative impact, and maintain progress even when unexpected obstacles arise. Preparedness transforms uncertainty into manageable scenarios, reinforcing resilience under pressure. Adopt a learning-oriented mindset to view setbacks as opportunities. Every challenge carries lessons that, when understood and applied, improve skill, judgment, and decision-making. Framing failure as feedback rather than punishment encourages persistence, innovation, and continuous improvement. Learning from adversity strengthens resilience by converting obstacles into stepping stones for future success. Establish clear priorities and goals to maintain focus during adversity. Resilient individuals use their objectives as anchors, guiding decisions and actions even in difficult circumstances. Clear focus ensures that energy is directed toward meaningful outcomes rather than wasted on distractions or emotional reactions. Goals provide motivation, structure, and clarity, reinforcing determination through challenging times. Cultivate patience to support long-term resilience. Immediate solutions are not always possible, and recovery or progress may take time. Patience allows individuals to endure discomfort, maintain effort, and navigate setbacks methodically. Gradual persistence strengthens resolve and ensures that temporary difficulties do not derail overall growth. Develop self-efficacy to reinforce confidence in facing setbacks. Belief in one's capacity to influence outcomes and overcome obstacles strengthens persistence, focus, and problem-solving ability. Self-efficacy encourages proactive action, reduces fear of failure, and enhances the ability to recover from mistakes quickly. Confidence combined with effort reinforces resilience and accelerates recovery from challenges. Engage in deliberate reflection to analyze responses to setbacks. Consider what strategies worked, what caused difficulty, and how future performance can improve. Reflection transforms experiences into actionable insight, deepening learning and enhancing preparedness for future challenges. Evaluating responses fosters self-awareness, strengthens decision-making, and reinforces resilience over time. Maintain a proactive approach to life to prevent setbacks from dominating focus. Anticipating challenges, preparing strategies, and continuously improving skills reduce vulnerability to unexpected events. Proactivity empowers individuals to act before problems escalate, creating a sense of control and reinforcing the ability to manage adversity. A proactive mindset reduces fear and increases confidence in handling setbacks effectively. Practice gratitude to reinforce resilience and maintain perspective. Recognizing strengths, resources, and progress reduces negativity and fosters a sense of balance during difficulties. Gratitude helps focus on solutions rather than problems, increases mental resilience, and strengthens motivation to persist through setbacks. A positive perspective reinforces the capacity to adapt, recover, and continue growth. Implement small, consistent steps to rebuild momentum after setbacks. Incremental progress restores confidence, reduces overwhelm, and demonstrates that obstacles can be overcome. Gradual achievement reinforces capability and encourages persistence, turning adversity into a foundation for further growth. Small wins compound over time, strengthening resilience and accelerating recovery. Develop problem-solving creativity to handle unexpected obstacles. Resilience is enhanced when multiple approaches are considered, allowing adaptation to evolving circumstances. Creative thinking transforms challenges into opportunities for innovation, learning, and growth. The ability to generate alternative solutions ensures that setbacks do not halt progress and strengthens confidence in managing complex situations. Strengthen resilience by embracing responsibility for actions and outcomes. Accepting accountability allows individuals to maintain control, learn from mistakes, and implement improvements. Responsibility fosters empowerment, reduces victim mentality, and reinforces confidence in one's capacity to navigate difficulties effectively. Ownership of outcomes is a critical component of enduring resilience. Reinforce resilience by integrating reflection, preparation, and action into a continuous cycle. Each challenge becomes an opportunity to apply lessons, adjust strategies, and improve responses. Consistent engagement in this cycle ensures that setbacks contribute to growth rather than frustration, creating a mindset where adversity is a catalyst for improvement rather than an obstacle. Ultimately, resilience is cultivated through consistent practice, reflection, and proactive effort. By combining emotional regulation, adaptability, problem-solving, self-efficacy, and strategic action, individuals build the capacity to endure challenges, recover from setbacks, and maintain focus on long-term goals. Strengthened resilience transforms adversity into opportunity, ensuring that obstacles become stepping stones toward growth, mastery, and meaningful achievement. Chapter 14. Organize routines for daily productivity. Creating organized routines is essential for maximizing daily productivity because structure allows consistent progress and reduces wasted energy on indecision or distraction. When each day is guided by intentional habits, focus becomes natural, tasks are accomplished efficiently, and mental clarity increases. A well-constructed routine is not rigid confinement, but a framework that supports deliberate action, prioritization, and momentum toward meaningful goals. Begin by identifying your most important priorities each day. Determine which tasks contribute directly to your long-term objectives and which actions yield the greatest results. Organizing routines around these priorities ensures that energy is invested wisely rather than scattered across low-impact activities. Clarity about priorities simplifies decision-making and reduces mental fatigue. Create time blocks for specific types of work or tasks. Scheduling focused periods for deep work, administrative duties, learning, or exercise builds rhythm and allows the mind to concentrate fully on each activity. Time blocking reduces distractions and multitasking, increasing efficiency and the quality of output. By assigning intention to each block, routines transform chaotic schedules into structured productivity. Incorporate consistent start and end times for daily activities. Predictable timing reinforces habits, creates momentum, and signals the brain to enter focused or reflective states appropriately. Beginning and ending activities at consistent intervals reduces procrastination and helps maintain energy levels throughout the day. Consistency allows productivity to become automatic, requiring less conscious effort. Integrate preparation into routines to enhance efficiency. Plan the night before or the morning of the day to outline key tasks, allocate resources, and identify potential obstacles. Anticipating needs and arranging materials in advance reduces friction and ensures that time is spent on action rather than planning mid-task. Preparation amplifies the effectiveness of structured routines. Incorporate breaks and recovery periods strategically. Productivity is not constant energy output. The mind and body require intervals of rest to maintain focus and prevent burnout. Schedule short breaks between tasks to reset attention and longer pauses for meals or exercise to restore energy. Recovery periods support sustained performance, ensuring routines remain effective over time. Establish rituals to signal transitions between tasks or focus periods. Simple cues, such as reviewing a task list, setting a timer, or arranging a workspace, prepare the mind for focused action. Rituals enhance attention, reduce procrastination, and maintain consistency in following the routine. Small, deliberate cues strengthen the connection between intention and action. Use tracking tools to monitor routine adherence and progress. Whether through journals, apps, or calendars, tracking helps visualize achievements, identify patterns, and maintain accountability. Observing how routines are followed reinforces commitment and allows for adjustments to optimize productivity. Feedback strengthens the effectiveness of habits and encourages continuous improvement. Prioritize high-energy periods for demanding work. Identify times of day when focus, creativity, or decision-making is naturally stronger, and schedule critical tasks accordingly. Aligning activity with natural energy cycles enhances efficiency, quality of work, and overall output. Energy management is a key component of productive routines and ensures consistent high performance. Incorporate reflection into routines to assess effectiveness. At the end of each day, review what was accomplished, identify areas for improvement, and adjust the structure of the routine as needed. Reflection reinforces learning, highlights progress, and ensures that routines remain aligned with goals. Daily review strengthens awareness, adaptability, and long-term consistency. Limit multitasking within routines to improve focus and output. Concentrating on one task at a time allows deeper engagement, reduces errors, and increases satisfaction with completed work. Single-task focus enhances skill development, efficiency, and retention, turning routines into effective mechanisms for sustained productivity. Automate repetitive tasks wherever possible. Delegating or streamlining activities such as reminders, notifications, or routine administrative duties frees mental energy for higher value work. Automation reduces friction, minimizes errors, and allows consistent execution without requiring constant conscious effort. Leveraging systems strengthens the structure of daily routines. Integrate exercise and movement to support physical and mental productivity. Short sessions of stretching, walking, or physical activity enhance focus, energy, and overall well-being. Incorporating movement into routines maintains alertness, reduces stress, and sustains performance throughout the day. Physical activity reinforces the rhythm of structured productivity and supports long-term health. Build routines around consistent decision-making practices. Establish criteria for choosing tasks, allocating time, and responding to challenges to reduce cognitive load. Predictable decision frameworks conserve mental energy, increase speed of execution, and enhance consistency. Routine decision-making simplifies daily life and strengthens overall productivity. Include time for learning and skill development. Allocating daily periods for reading, practicing, or acquiring new knowledge ensures continuous growth alongside routine productivity. Growth-oriented routines maintain long-term relevance, adaptability, and motivation. Regular learning enhances problem-solving and creativity within structured daily activities. Reduce friction by organizing your environment to support routines. Clear workspaces, designated areas for specific tasks, and minimal clutter allow smoother transitions and fewer distractions. Environmental organization strengthens mental clarity, speeds task completion, and reinforces habitual behavior within daily routines. Use accountability partners to reinforce adherence to routines. Sharing goals, schedules, or daily progress with trusted individuals encourages consistency and provides external motivation. Accountability strengthens commitment, reduces the tendency to deviate from routines, and enhances long-term productivity. Adapt routines as needed to maintain relevance and efficiency. Life circumstances, energy levels, or priorities may change, requiring adjustment to schedules, habits, or focus areas. Flexible routines that respond to real-world conditions ensure continued effectiveness and prevent stagnation. Adaptation reinforces the resilience of structured productivity systems. Integrate purposeful leisure and reflection periods to balance work and recovery. Time for contemplation, creative thinking, or relaxation contributes to mental clarity and reduces stress, allowing higher quality effort when returning to productive activities. Balanced routines prevent burnout and support sustainable long-term performance. Establish end-of-day closure practices to reinforce consistency. Reviewing accomplishments, preparing for the next day, and tidying the workspace provide psychological closure, enhance focus, and improve readiness for future tasks. Closing routines maintain organization, increase satisfaction, and create a seamless transition into the next cycle of productivity. Ultimately, organized routines transform chaotic schedules into deliberate, high-impact days. By structuring time, prioritizing tasks, managing energy, and integrating reflection, rest, and growth, individuals maximize their output and progress toward meaningful goals. Daily productivity becomes sustainable when routines combine focus, consistency, adaptability, and intentional effort. Well-designed routines are the foundation for lasting achievement, self-discipline, and continuous personal development. Chapter 15. Practice gratitude to stay focused. Gratitude is a powerful practice that enhances focus, strengthens mental clarity, and reinforces the ability to remain productive under pressure. When attention is directed toward appreciation for progress, opportunities, and resources, The mind becomes more present, less distracted by negativity, and better equipped to engage with tasks deliberately. Gratitude shifts perspective from scarcity to abundance, enabling sustained effort and deeper engagement with work and personal development. Begin by recognizing small achievements and contributions in daily life. Acknowledging progress, no matter how minor, creates a sense of accomplishment and motivates continued action. This practice encourages the brain to focus on solutions and potential rather than problems, fostering resilience and a proactive mindset. Awareness of achievements strengthens self-confidence and reinforces the value of consistent effort. Incorporate gratitude into daily routines through simple practices. Start each day by reflecting on elements of life, work, or personal growth that provide opportunity and satisfaction. Recording thoughts in a journal or noting them mentally primes the mind for focus and positivity. Beginning the day with recognition of value enhances motivation, reduces stress, and improves clarity for all subsequent tasks. Use gratitude as a tool to maintain perspective during challenges. When setbacks occur, focusing on aspects that remain under control or areas where progress is visible helps reduce frustration and emotional overload. This shift in attention strengthens problem-solving, decision-making, and sustained engagement. Gratitude mitigates the mental distraction caused by obstacles, allowing energy to be redirected toward constructive action. Observe the connection between gratitude and energy levels. Appreciation increases mental and emotional resilience, providing the stamina needed to tackle complex tasks. Positive focus amplifies engagement, reduces fatigue from negative thought patterns, and reinforces persistence in pursuing long-term goals. Consistent practice creates a feedback loop where gratitude enhances effort and effort generates additional points for appreciation. Integrate gratitude with reflection to strengthen its impact. Evaluate completed tasks, noting progress and lessons learned, while acknowledging contributions from effort, resources, or external support. Reflection deepens understanding of personal growth patterns and reinforces the recognition of success, which encourages continued focus. Awareness of cumulative improvement strengthens discipline and sustains engagement with meaningful work. Direct attention toward the benefits of consistent habits and disciplined routines. Recognizing the results of small, repeated actions highlights the value of intentional effort. Gratitude for the outcomes of discipline reinforces adherence to routines and reduces the tendency to procrastinate. Celebrating consistency keeps attention centered on productive behaviors, enhancing focus and long-term growth. Practice gratitude toward people who support your journey. Acknowledging the influence of mentors, colleagues, family, or peers reinforces relationships, increases social support, and fosters reciprocal encouragement. Recognizing assistance strengthens collaboration, reduces stress, and allows concentration on high-priority objectives without being weighed down by relational tension or negativity. Social gratitude enhances both emotional and practical focus. Use gratitude to counteract comparison and envy. Focusing on personal achievements, resources, and opportunities reduces the distraction caused by evaluating oneself against others. This mindset maintains energy on meaningful work rather than external validation or competition. Gratitude anchors attention in what is controllable and rewarding, promoting sustained engagement with personal goals. Integrate moments of gratitude into work or learning sessions. Pausing briefly to acknowledge progress or the availability of resources sharpens awareness and mental presence. These micro-moments recalibrate focus, reduce mental clutter, and reinforce commitment to the task at hand. Frequent recognition of value keeps attention centered and supports consistent productivity. Pair gratitude with goal visualization. Recognizing and appreciating present capabilities and resources strengthens belief in the ability to achieve future objectives. This perspective enhances motivation, strategic planning, and persistence. Gratitude bridges present achievements with future aspirations, fostering clarity and sustained effort toward meaningful outcomes. Use gratitude to reduce cognitive fatigue. By focusing on positive elements instead of dwelling on limitations or failures, mental energy is preserved for problem solving and creativity. Appreciation decreases the impact of stressors and allows sustained attention on critical tasks. Maintaining a constructive mindset maximizes efficiency and deepens engagement in daily activities. Apply gratitude as a corrective mechanism for distractions. When attention drifts or productivity falters, pausing to reflect on progress, resources, or opportunities restores mental focus. Gratitude realigns the mind with priorities, providing both motivation and clarity for continued work. This practice transforms lapses in concentration into moments of intentional awareness. Integrate gratitude with intentional breathing or meditation to strengthen presence. Focusing on appreciation while regulating breath enhances mental clarity, reduces stress, and primes the mind for deliberate action. Combining awareness, reflection, and appreciation amplifies attention, improves emotional stability, and supports disciplined effort across tasks. Create a gratitude inventory for recurring reference, listing aspects of life, work, skills, or relationships that are valuable allows rapid mental recalibration during distraction or frustration. Regular review reinforces focus, reminds the mind of achievable progress, and provides perspective that reduces reactionary behaviors. The inventory acts as a tool for sustained attention and motivation. Teach gratitude actively to others. Sharing appreciation for collaborative work, mentorship, or shared goals reinforces personal awareness while encouraging reciprocal acknowledgement. Engaging in mutual recognition strengthens social cohesion, reduces conflict, and maintains collective focus on objectives. The practice of expressing gratitude externally reinforces internal focus and consistency in effort. Reflect on challenges overcome and progress achieved as part of a gratitude practice, recognizing past difficulties and the skills developed to navigate them fosters confidence and awareness of capability. This reflection strengthens resilience, enhances focus on current objectives, and reinforces disciplined pursuit of growth. Past achievement becomes evidence of potential, motivating continued effort. Combine gratitude with journaling to increase self-awareness. Recording insights about achievements, lessons learned, and resources available enhances memory retention, reinforces positive focus, and tracks progress over time. Journaling gratitude supports sustained engagement, allows identification of patterns, and ensures that attention remains aligned with meaningful tasks. Practice gratitude in moments of low motivation or distraction. Actively acknowledging aspects of work, progress, or opportunity restores mental energy and centers attention on productive action. Gratitude serves as an anchor that reorients focus toward meaningful tasks and away from negative or unproductive thought patterns. Use gratitude to foster patience and persistence. Recognizing the cumulative benefits of consistent effort reinforces the value of maintaining steady focus. Patience is strengthened by acknowledgement of progress and the time invested in growth, which encourages continued commitment and sustained productivity. Appreciation becomes a motivator that supports long-term achievement. Ultimately, practicing gratitude daily strengthens focus, enhances discipline, and deepens engagement with tasks that lead to meaningful growth. By intentionally acknowledging progress, resources, relationships, and achievements, Individuals cultivate a mindset that reduces distraction, maintains clarity, and reinforces deliberate action. Gratitude transforms perspective, sustains motivation, and provides the mental stability necessary for consistent high-quality effort, ensuring that each day contributes meaningfully to personal and professional development. Chapter 16. Review achievements to reinforce habits. Reviewing achievements is a critical practice for reinforcing habits and building long-term personal and professional growth. Consistently examining accomplishments allows the mind to recognize progress, internalize effective behaviors, and strengthen commitment to routines. This process transforms abstract effort into tangible results, making habits more sustainable, rewarding, and aligned with goals. By systematically reflecting on achievements, individuals create a feedback loop that enhances self-awareness, motivation, and performance. Begin by documenting accomplishments in detail, writing down completed tasks, milestones reached, and skills developed provides clear evidence of progress. Recording achievements ensures they are acknowledged, prevents them from being overlooked, and strengthens the connection between effort and outcome. Detailed documentation highlights patterns of success, reinforcing which habits are effective and which require adjustment. Focus on both small and large successes. Minor accomplishments often build the foundation for major achievements, and recognizing them reinforces consistency and diligence. Celebrating small wins maintains momentum, prevents discouragement, and reinforces the importance of daily actions. Large successes provide confidence, validate strategies, and demonstrate the impact of sustained effort over time. Review achievements with honesty and precision. Identify what was done effectively, what challenges were encountered, and which approaches yielded the best results. Objective evaluation ensures that lessons learned are accurate, applicable, and meaningful. Honest reflection strengthens decision-making, enhances problem-solving skills, and reinforces commitment to continuous improvement. Incorporate regular review sessions into daily or weekly routines. Establishing dedicated time for reflection ensures that achievements are consistently assessed rather than overlooked. Regular review fosters awareness of progress, highlights patterns of productivity, and reinforces effective habits. Scheduled reflection creates a rhythm that integrates accomplishment acknowledgement into daily life. Use achievements to identify core habits, driving success. By connecting outcomes to specific behaviors, routines, or strategies, individuals can determine which practices are most effective. Recognizing the habits behind results allows intentional replication and improvement. This understanding strengthens consistency and encourages deliberate focus on actions that yield the greatest benefit. Visualize progress as part of the review process. Imagining accomplishments, the effort invested, and the outcomes achieved reinforces mental pathways that support continued habit adherence. Visualization solidifies the link between action and reward, enhancing motivation, confidence, and engagement with daily routines. Mental rehearsal of success strengthens discipline and readiness for future challenges. Set measurable standards to track achievements accurately. Using metrics or criteria to evaluate progress ensures clarity and prevents subjective judgment from clouding the assessment. Concrete measurement provides objective evidence of improvement, identifies gaps, and allows focused refinement of habits. Tracking results numerically or qualitatively strengthens accountability and reinforces habit formation. Reflect on the impact of achievements beyond personal satisfaction. Consider how progress influences professional objectives, personal growth, or contributions to others. Recognizing the broader significance of accomplishments enhances motivation, reinforces the value of consistent habits, and encourages meaningful effort aligned with purpose. Awareness of impact strengthens engagement and dedication. Combine achievement review with gratitude for effort invested. Appreciating the work, time, and energy applied reinforces positive feedback loops and strengthens habit retention. Gratitude amplifies the sense of accomplishment, increases satisfaction, and motivates continued practice of effective behaviors. Recognizing effort as well as outcomes creates a balanced, sustainable approach to habit reinforcement. Analyze obstacles encountered while achieving goals. Understanding challenges that were overcome provides insight into resilience, problem-solving, and strategic thinking. Recognizing how difficulties were addressed strengthens confidence, improves adaptability, and ensures that habits remain effective under pressure. Review of obstacles enhances preparation for future tasks and solidifies learned behaviors. Integrate peer or mentor feedback when reviewing achievements. External perspectives provide additional insight, identify blind spots, and highlight overlooked successes. Feedback complements self-reflection by reinforcing accomplishments and suggesting areas for further growth. Engaging others in review processes strengthens accountability, increases clarity, and reinforces commitment to effective habits. Link achievements to specific triggers in routines. Understanding which contexts, environments, or cues supported success allows replication of productive patterns. Habit reinforcement is strengthened when the conditions that produced results are recognized and repeated. Linking behavior to triggers ensures consistency, efficiency, and sustainability of progress. Celebrate milestones to reinforce motivation and focus. Acknowledging achievements through recognition, reward, or personal reflection solidifies their significance. Celebration increases satisfaction, strengthens commitment to continued effort, and encourages repetition of behaviors that generate success. Reinforced motivation sustains long-term discipline and engagement with personal development practices. Document lessons learned during achievement reviews. Identify which strategies, techniques, or approaches contributed to success and which require modification. Transforming experiences into actionable knowledge ensures that habits evolve and improve over time. Applying lessons learned enhances effectiveness, reduces repetition of mistakes, and strengthens resilience. Connect achievements to long-term goals for context and clarity. Recognizing how completed tasks contribute to broader objectives reinforces the value of daily habits. Linking effort to purpose enhances motivation, focus, and determination, ensuring that routines remain meaningful and impactful. Awareness of alignment between actions and goals strengthens habit sustainability. Use achievement review to plan future action steps. Identify areas where improvement is needed, opportunities for skill development, or adjustments to routines that can enhance results. Planning based on reflection ensures that habits are continuously refined and optimized for maximum effectiveness. This proactive approach turns review into a tool for growth rather than simple acknowledgement. Maintain consistency in documenting and reviewing achievements. Habit formation is strengthened when progress is tracked systematically rather than sporadically. Regular evaluation reinforces the link between behavior and results, encourages accountability, and ensures long-term adherence to productive routines. Consistency in review is essential for sustaining personal growth. Integrate mindfulness into the review process to enhance awareness. Fully engaging with each accomplishment, observing emotions, effort, and impact increases clarity and reinforces habit retention. Mindful reflection ensures that attention is focused, lessons are internalized, and motivation is strengthened for continued progress. Awareness deepens understanding of habits and their consequences. Prioritize achievements that reflect core values. Recognizing accomplishments aligned with personal principles reinforces meaningful behavior and strengthens commitment to consistent action. Values-driven review ensures that habits contribute to purposeful growth and long-term satisfaction. Alignment of effort with principles reinforces focus and encourages sustained progress. Ultimately, reviewing achievements strengthens habits by providing evidence of progress, reinforcing effective behaviors, and promoting continuous improvement. Through deliberate reflection, documentation, analysis, and planning, individuals build awareness of what works, internalize positive behaviors, and maintain motivation. Consistent achievement review transforms effort into tangible growth, ensuring that daily actions lead to lasting discipline, focus, and meaningful success. Chapter 17. Meditate briefly for mental clarity. Meditation is a fundamental tool for cultivating mental clarity, focus, and emotional balance. Even brief sessions can dramatically enhance the mind's ability to concentrate, process information, and respond to challenges with composure. By taking intentional moments to quiet the mind, individuals create space for awareness, reduce internal noise, and strengthen the capacity to engage fully with daily tasks. Meditation is not about escaping reality, but about sharpening perception and preparing the mind to act with purpose and precision. Begin by setting aside a specific period each day for practice. Even 5 to 10 minutes of intentional meditation can produce measurable benefits. Consistency is more important than duration, and committing to a daily practice establishes a reliable foundation for mental clarity. Scheduling meditation at a time when the mind is naturally calm, such as early morning or before critical work periods, maximizes its effectiveness. Focus on the breath to anchor attention. Observing inhalation and exhalation draws awareness to the present moment, allowing thoughts to settle naturally without judgment. Breath-focused meditation improves concentration, reduces stress, and enhances cognitive control. It serves as a simple and accessible method to center the mind and restore clarity before engaging in complex tasks or decision-making. Notice mental patterns without attachment. Observing thoughts, emotions, and impulses as they arise fosters awareness without reacting impulsively. This practice strengthens the ability to recognize distractions and redirect attention intentionally. By cultivating detachment, meditation trains the mind to maintain focus, reduces reactivity, and promotes disciplined engagement with important tasks. Use brief visualization techniques during meditation to enhance clarity. Imagining calm, structured environments or mentally rehearsing planned activities can prepare the mind for focused action. Visualization aligns mental energy with desired outcomes, creating a sense of readiness and confidence. Integrating visualization with meditation bridges reflection with practical application in daily routines. Incorporate body awareness into sessions. Noticing tension, posture, or physical sensations increases self-awareness and promotes relaxation. Awareness of bodily states allows for adjustments that support mental alertness and reduces fatigue. Connecting mind and body through meditation enhances overall cognitive performance and provides a grounded foundation for effective action. Employ mindfulness to cultivate present-moment attention. Focusing on sensations, thoughts, or surroundings as they occur without judgment strengthens mental control and clarity. Mindfulness reinforces the ability to engage fully with tasks, reduces distraction, and improves decision-making under pressure. Practicing awareness of the present moment ensures that energy is directed where it matters most. Use meditation to manage stress and emotional turbulence. Short, deliberate sessions reduce anxiety, calm racing thoughts, and restore composure. Emotional regulation enhances problem-solving, communication, and persistence, allowing clearer focus on priorities. By controlling internal emotional states, individuals preserve mental energy and maintain productive engagement throughout the day. Incorporate a mental decluttering approach. Allow thoughts to pass freely without clinging to them, clearing mental space for important ideas and priorities. This practice reduces cognitive overload, strengthens attention, and enhances memory retention. Mental decluttering through meditation creates clarity that directly supports efficiency and consistent performance. Experiment with different meditation techniques to identify what best enhances focus. Techniques such as counting breaths, guided imagery, body scanning, or sound-based focus offer diverse benefits. Finding the approach that resonates ensures commitment, maximizes results, and strengthens the link between meditation and daily mental clarity. Adaptability allows for sustainable practice and deeper cognitive impact. Pair meditation with intentional goal setting. After centering the mind, outline specific objectives or intentions for the day. This sequence connects mental clarity with purposeful action, increasing the likelihood of achievement. Integrating reflection with planning strengthens focus, enhances strategic thinking, and ensures that effort aligns with meaningful outcomes. Use short meditation breaks during high-pressure periods. Pausing for even a minute of conscious breathing or observation can reset attention, reduce stress, and restore clarity. These micro-sessions prevent accumulation of mental fatigue and maintain consistent cognitive performance. Strategic use of meditation throughout the day reinforces focus and productivity. Combine meditation with journaling to reinforce insights. After sessions, record observations, emotions, or patterns noticed during practice. Journaling deepens self-awareness, highlights recurring distractions, and provides material for reflection. This combination strengthens habit formation, supports personal growth, and increases clarity for decision-making and planning. Observe the effect of meditation on thought patterns over time. Regular practice trains the mind to identify unproductive thinking, manage impulses, and approach challenges systematically. Awareness of mental tendencies strengthens discipline, enhances concentration, and promotes deliberate, intentional action in all areas of life. Use meditation to reinforce resilience in the face of obstacles. By cultivating calm and clarity, individuals respond to setbacks with strategic thinking rather than reactionary behavior. Meditation strengthens patience, persistence, and adaptability, allowing for sustained progress even under challenging circumstances. Resilience maintained through meditation supports consistent effort and growth. Integrate gratitude reflection within meditation sessions. Briefly acknowledging aspects of life, progress, or opportunity enhances positivity, focus, and motivation. Gratitude combined with mental stillness improves emotional regulation, reinforces perspective, and strengthens commitment to daily improvement practices. This dual approach nurtures clarity and intentionality. Maintain proper posture and environment to maximize effectiveness. Sitting upright, minimizing distractions, and creating a calm space enhances concentration and encourages sustained attention. Environmental awareness supports mental clarity by reducing interruptions and promoting consistent practice. A structured setting strengthens the link between meditation and productive focus. Practice non-judgmental observation during sessions. Avoid evaluating the quality of meditation or judging arising thoughts. Acceptance reduces mental friction, fosters clarity, and encourages continued practice. Non-judgmental awareness reinforces resilience, reduces stress, and enhances the capacity to maintain focus under varying circumstances. Combine short meditations with movement if necessary. Practices such as mindful walking or stretching integrate focus with physical activity, improving circulation, attention, and awareness. Movement-based meditation provides an alternative for those who struggle with static practice while maintaining the benefits of mental clarity and centeredness. Integrate meditation into long-term routines to cultivate sustained mental discipline. Consistent practice over weeks and months builds neurocognitive pathways that enhance attention, working memory, and executive control. Long-term integration ensures that mental clarity becomes an automatic resource, supporting efficient learning, decision-making, and focused action consistently. Ultimately, brief daily meditation strengthens mental clarity, focus, and resilience, forming a foundation for disciplined, purposeful action. By observing the mind, centering attention, managing emotions, and integrating awareness into daily life, individuals enhance their ability to engage fully with tasks, reduce distractions, and sustain meaningful progress. Meditation creates the mental space necessary for intentional growth, ensuring that each day is approached with clarity, composure, and productive energy. Chapter 18. Teach others to master knowledge. Teaching others is one of the most effective ways to deepen understanding and master knowledge. When you explain concepts to someone else, you clarify your own thinking, identify gaps in comprehension, and strengthen the retention of information. Knowledge becomes tangible and actionable when it is communicated, and the process of teaching creates opportunities to refine methods, develop strategies, and enhance insight. By taking responsibility for guiding others, you solidify your expertise and increase your ability to apply what you know in meaningful ways. Begin by breaking down complex ideas into simple, understandable components. Focusing on clarity helps you internalize the core principles while making it easier for others to grasp. Explaining information step by step reinforces logical thinking and forces you to confront areas where understanding may be incomplete. This method also encourages reflection on the practical applications of knowledge, which strengthens mastery. Engage actively with learners by asking questions and inviting discussion. Teaching is not a one-way process. Interacting with others uncovers alternative perspectives, challenges assumptions, and deepens comprehension. Responding to questions requires real-time problem-solving and promotes mental agility. The dialogue between teacher and learner creates a feedback loop that enhances retention and reveals areas for further improvement. Use examples and practical applications to reinforce concepts. Illustrating ideas through real-world scenarios allows both you and others to see the relevance and impact of knowledge. This approach transforms abstract understanding into actionable insight. Applying knowledge in concrete situations strengthens neural connections, making recall faster and understanding more intuitive. Teach with patience and attentiveness to detail. Recognize that mastery is reinforced through repetition and careful explanation. Slowing down to ensure comprehension allows you to observe nuances that may have been overlooked in passive study. Patience fosters a thorough understanding and encourages learners to engage deeply without fear of mistakes. Incorporate analogies sparingly to clarify complex ideas. While keeping language direct and simple, drawing parallels to familiar concepts can bridge understanding. This process forces you to distill principles into their essence, which sharpens mental clarity and reinforces mastery. Explaining ideas in relatable terms strengthens both teaching ability and internal grasp of the subject. Encourage learners to practice independently after guidance. Knowledge is solidified through action, and observing others apply principles provides insight into effective methods and potential pitfalls. Reviewing their attempts sharpens your own understanding and helps identify areas that need reinforcement. Active application benefits both teacher and learner by creating practical competency alongside theoretical understanding. Reflect on each teaching experience to identify improvement opportunities. After explaining concepts, consider what worked well, what caused confusion, and what could be refined. Reflection strengthens insight, improves future communication, and ensures that your understanding becomes more robust with each iteration. By continuously evaluating your teaching, you enhance mastery through feedback and self-awareness. Leverage multiple modes of instruction to strengthen learning and retention. Verbal explanation, visual aids, written notes, or demonstrations appeal to different cognitive processes and reinforce understanding. Using diverse methods ensures that knowledge is internalized in multiple ways, which improves both recall and application. Teaching through varied approaches also refines adaptability and communication skills. Guide learners to ask critical questions and explore independently. Encouraging inquiry develops analytical thinking and promotes ownership of understanding. When learners challenge concepts and experiment with application, you must adapt explanations, which reinforces your own expertise. Cultivating curiosity in others deepens your mastery and creates a learning environment rich in engagement and insight. Emphasize the importance of repetition and reinforcement. Mastery is rarely instantaneous, and returning to key principles repeatedly solidifies comprehension. Teaching the same concept in different ways ensures that both you and others grasp it fully. Repetition reinforces neural pathways, builds confidence, and strengthens retention for practical use. Demonstrate application of knowledge in everyday life. Showing how information is used in practical contexts reinforces its relevance and encourages adoption of effective habits. Observing applied expertise inspires learners and strengthens your own capacity to integrate knowledge seamlessly into real-world tasks. Application bridges theory and practice, which is critical for true mastery. Share resources and strategies that enhance learning efficiency. Providing guidance on study methods, tools, or frameworks encourages independent mastery while reinforcing your understanding of the subject. Explaining why specific techniques work requires you to analyze processes critically, which deepens comprehension and supports long-term retention. Encourage collaborative learning among students. Group discussion, problem solving, and peer teaching enrich the learning process and allow for diverse insights. Facilitating collaboration requires observation, adjustment, and synthesis of ideas, which sharpens your mastery. Interaction with multiple perspectives reinforces your ability to explain concepts accurately and adaptively. Maintain focus on foundational principles before advancing to complex topics. Solidifying core understanding ensures that all subsequent knowledge builds on a reliable base. Teaching foundational elements requires precise articulation, which reinforces mental clarity and strengthens confidence in mastery. Skipping basics undermines retention and limits the depth of understanding for both teacher and learner. Model disciplined learning habits for learners, demonstrating consistency, organization, and focus shows the practical benefits of sustained effort. Teaching by example reinforces the behaviors required for mastery and motivates learners to adopt productive practices. Observing disciplined application strengthens their comprehension and reinforces your own expertise. Use mistakes as teaching moments. Addressing errors openly illustrates problem-solving and adaptive thinking. Explaining corrections reinforces understanding of principles and prevents the reinforcement of misconceptions. Learning from mistakes enhances both your mastery and your learner's confidence in applying knowledge correctly. Track progress to evaluate teaching effectiveness. Monitoring, understanding, retention, and skill acquisition identifies areas requiring reinforcement. Reviewing outcomes helps refine teaching methods, ensures clarity, and confirms that mastery is being communicated successfully. Measurement of progress provides feedback that enhances your own insight and adaptability. Encourage self-reflection in learners, guiding them to assess their understanding, apply principles, and identify gaps strengthens independent thinking and responsibility for learning. Facilitating reflection requires you to articulate concepts clearly, anticipate questions, and reinforce accurate comprehension, further solidifying your mastery. Celebrate milestones and improvement in learning. Recognizing progress, both in yourself as a teacher and in learners, reinforces motivation, engagement, and commitment to mastery. Positive reinforcement strengthens habits of study, focus, and application, ensuring that knowledge becomes integrated into practical competence. Ultimately, teaching others transforms knowledge into mastery. By explaining concepts, guiding application, fostering inquiry, and refining methods through reflection, you deepen understanding and solidify mental frameworks. Teaching creates a cycle of learning that enhances clarity, retention, and skill development, ensuring that knowledge is not only acquired, but integrated and actionable in all aspects of life. Chapter 19. Innovate daily to find solutions. Innovation is a habit that can be cultivated daily to improve problem solving and create meaningful progress. Approaching challenges with curiosity and an open mind allows new ideas to emerge, and consistent practice strengthens the ability to generate solutions efficiently. Innovation is not reserved for extraordinary circumstances or creative geniuses. It is a skill that develops through daily focus, observation, and experimentation. By committing to innovate every day, individuals train their minds to see opportunities where others see obstacles, transforming ordinary routines into pathways for growth and discovery. Begin by observing your environment carefully. Pay attention to processes, patterns, and inefficiencies in daily tasks or routines. Observation allows you to detect areas where small improvements can make significant differences. By noticing details that are often overlooked, you cultivate the ability to identify challenges and potential solutions proactively. Approach problems with a mindset of possibility rather than limitation. Instead of focusing on obstacles, ask how situations could be improved or reimagined. Framing challenges as opportunities stimulates creativity and encourages strategic thinking. This perspective shifts the mind from reactive problem-solving to proactive innovation, increasing the likelihood of discovering effective solutions. Engage in daily brainstorming exercises. Dedicate time to generate multiple approaches for solving a single problem, even if some ideas seem impractical initially. The process of generating options strengthens mental flexibility and trains the mind to explore alternatives without judgment. Brainstorming regularly builds confidence in creative thinking and expands the range of solutions available. Experiment actively to test ideas in real-world scenarios. Applying concepts, even on a small scale, reveals which approaches are effective and which require adjustment. Experimentation encourages adaptability and reduces fear of failure by framing mistakes as learning opportunities. Practical trials strengthen decision-making and refine innovative skills over time. Combine knowledge from diverse fields to inspire new solutions. Drawing insights from different disciplines allows unexpected connections to form and broadens problem-solving capacity. Cross-disciplinary thinking encourages unique perspectives, revealing approaches that might not emerge from conventional methods. Integrating varied knowledge fosters creativity and improves the quality of solutions generated. Challenge assumptions regularly. Questioning established methods or beliefs opens space for alternative strategies and uncovers hidden opportunities. Identifying biases or limitations in thinking prevents stagnation and ensures solutions are based on accuracy rather than habit. Challenging assumptions strengthens critical thinking and enhances innovation. Develop a habit of reflecting on successes and failures. Analyzing what works and what does not provides insight into patterns of effective problem solving. Reflection reinforces learning, highlights transferable strategies, and informs future innovation. Continuous review of outcomes ensures that innovation is purposeful, practical, and increasingly effective over time. Encourage collaboration to expand the range of solutions. Engaging with others introduces fresh perspectives, exposes blind spots, and fosters idea exchange. Collaborative innovation leverages collective experience, combining insights into more robust solutions. Working with others also develops communication skills, adaptability, and the ability to integrate feedback constructively. Document ideas consistently to track growth and inspiration. Keeping a record of potential solutions, experiments, and observations ensures that valuable insights are not lost. Reviewing accumulated ideas allows for refinement, combination, and application at the most opportune moments. Documentation reinforces memory, encourages discipline, and creates a resource for ongoing innovation. Practice rapid iteration to refine solutions quickly, implementing concepts, evaluating results, and adjusting strategies accelerates improvement. Rapid iteration builds resilience by normalizing failure as a step toward progress. Frequent cycles of testing and adjustment strengthen analytical skills and ensure solutions evolve in response to real-world challenges. Use constraints as opportunities for creative thinking. Limitations in resources, time, or tools often inspire novel approaches that would not arise in unlimited conditions. Working within boundaries forces prioritization, efficiency, and inventive thinking. Viewing constraints as opportunities strengthens problem-solving under pressure and cultivates ingenuity. Maintain curiosity as a driving force. Constant questioning, exploring, and seeking new information fuels the ability to innovate. Curiosity sustains motivation, encourages experimentation, and deepens understanding of challenges. A curious mindset ensures continuous engagement with problems and increases the likelihood of discovering effective solutions. Integrate reflection periods to consider long-term impact. Innovative solutions are strengthened when their consequences, feasibility, and alignment with goals are evaluated. Considering broader implications ensures that ideas are not only creative, but also practical and sustainable. Strategic reflection reinforces purpose-driven innovation. Seek inspiration from external sources regularly. Observing innovations in unrelated industries, nature, or technology can spark creative approaches to existing challenges. Exposure to diverse solutions broadens perspective and increases adaptability. Incorporating external insights encourages unconventional thinking and strengthens problem-solving capabilities. Prioritize action over perfection. Taking steps to implement ideas, even imperfectly, generates data, feedback, and insight. Waiting for ideal conditions often delays progress, whereas proactive execution leads to refinement, learning, and practical outcomes. Action-oriented innovation builds momentum and ensures continuous development. Develop mental flexibility by practicing alternative thinking methods. Techniques such as reverse thinking, role-playing, or scenario analysis expand cognitive capacity and increase the variety of solutions generated. Flexibility enables rapid adjustment to new information or changing circumstances and strengthens overall problem-solving ability. Celebrate small innovations to reinforce habit formation. Recognizing incremental improvements encourages consistency and reinforces the value of daily effort. Small successes validate experimentation, boost confidence, and create positive feedback loops that enhance motivation for continued innovation. Cultivate resilience to maintain innovation under setbacks. Challenges, failure, and rejection are natural parts of the creative process. Strengthening persistence ensures that setbacks are treated as learning experiences rather than obstacles, maintaining momentum and refining future strategies. Resilience supports sustained engagement with problem-solving efforts. Integrate observation, experimentation, and reflection into a daily routine. Establishing structured time for innovation creates consistency, builds discipline, and strengthens the mental framework for solving problems effectively. Routine practice ensures that innovative thinking becomes habitual rather than occasional, embedding creativity as a core component of personal and professional growth. Ultimately, innovating daily strengthens the mind's ability to generate solutions, overcome challenges, and create meaningful progress. Consistent curiosity, experimentation, collaboration, reflection, and disciplined action transform ordinary problems into opportunities for growth. By committing to daily innovation, individuals cultivate a mindset capable of turning obstacles into advantages, building resilience, and achieving continuous personal and professional development. Chapter 20. Celebrate progress to fuel action. Acknowledging progress is a critical driver of sustained action and long-term growth. When effort and achievement are recognized, it reinforces motivation, strengthens confidence, and creates a positive feedback loop that encourages continued improvement. Celebrating progress is not about vanity or ego. It is a practical strategy to fuel momentum, maintain focus, and cultivate a mindset of consistent achievement. By taking deliberate time to observe milestones, both large and small, individuals establish patterns of recognition that energize future efforts and reinforce the value of persistence. Start by tracking accomplishments in a tangible way. Keeping a record of completed tasks, achieved goals, or improvements provides a clear view of progress. Visual evidence of success reinforces perception of capability and confirms that effort produces results. Recording achievements also allows for reflection, ensuring that growth is acknowledged, understood, and used as a foundation for subsequent action. Break down achievements into measurable steps. Celebrating micro-successes along the path to larger goals increases motivation and prevents burnout. Recognizing incremental improvements reinforces discipline and validates consistent effort, even when the ultimate goal is still distant. Small wins compound over time, providing energy and proof that persistence leads to tangible outcomes. Take moments to reflect intentionally on completed objectives. Pausing to appreciate progress reinforces a sense of accomplishment and allows insights to emerge. Reflection clarifies which strategies worked well, what can be improved, and how lessons can be applied moving forward. Deliberate reflection transforms recognition into actionable understanding, strengthening both morale and effectiveness. Share achievements with supportive individuals. Communicating progress to mentors, peers, or collaborators enhances accountability and encourages positive reinforcement. Sharing milestones fosters community, builds confidence, and inspires others, while reinforcing your own sense of accomplishment. Recognition from others validates effort and strengthens the emotional and practical benefits of progress. Celebrate effort as much as outcomes. Acknowledging consistent work, discipline, and focus emphasizes the process rather than just the result. Focusing on effort cultivates resilience, reduces fear of failure, and encourages sustained engagement. Recognizing dedication ensures that motivation remains tied to consistent behavior rather than solely to external achievements. Integrate tangible rewards to reinforce progress. Rewards can be as simple as a brief break, a favorite activity, or a small indulgence that signifies accomplishment. Associating achievement with positive reinforcements strengthens habit formation and encourages repeated effort. Tangible rewards provide an immediate sense of satisfaction that energizes continued action. Document lessons learned from progress. Reflecting on the journey highlights strategies that were effective, obstacles that were overcome, and approaches that require adjustment. Recording insights transforms recognition into practical guidance for future efforts. Understanding the how behind progress ensures that growth is sustainable and replicable. Recognize personal growth beyond external markers. Celebrating progress includes acknowledging skill development, increased confidence, improved focus, and emotional resilience. Internal achievements, though less visible, are equally important in sustaining motivation and reinforcing the value of consistent effort. Awareness of internal growth strengthens self-efficacy and prepares the mind for future challenges. Incorporate celebration into daily routines. Consistent acknowledgement of even minor achievements reinforces a pattern of recognition that supports long-term engagement. Daily reflection on what has been accomplished, no matter how small, maintains momentum and ensures that progress is continually fueled by awareness and appreciation. Use celebration as a tool for mental and emotional balance. Recognizing progress reduces stress, fosters optimism, and enhances satisfaction with effort. Celebrating accomplishments shifts focus from frustration or comparison to appreciation and motivation. This mental adjustment strengthens perseverance, focus, and commitment to ongoing goals. Encourage gratitude during celebration. Appreciating both effort and outcomes fosters a positive mindset and reinforces awareness of the resources, support, and abilities that contribute to success. Gratitude amplifies motivation and reinforces the connection between consistent action and meaningful achievement. Reflect on obstacles that were overcome. Celebrating progress should include recognition of challenges navigated, difficulties managed, and resilience demonstrated. Awareness of obstacles reinforces strength, determination, and capability, enhancing confidence in tackling future challenges. Overcoming difficulties provides deeper satisfaction than simple completion of tasks, fueling continued action. Use celebration to set new goals. Recognizing progress creates a natural transition to planning the next steps, building momentum and continuity. Each milestone becomes a foundation for further development, ensuring that motivation and energy are directed toward ongoing growth. Goal setting after celebration reinforces the cycle of effort, recognition, and achievement. Incorporate symbolic rituals for celebration. Simple acts like marking a calendar, sharing a note of achievement, or pausing intentionally create structure and significance. Rituals reinforce the habit of acknowledgement, signaling to the mind that effort and progress are meaningful and worthy of attention. Consistent rituals solidify patterns of recognition that drive sustained action. Observe the ripple effect of progress. Recognizing achievements often inspires others to act, strengthens team morale, and creates a culture of accountability. Celebrating progress not only benefits personal motivation, but also enhances collective performance and shared growth. Awareness of broader impact reinforces the significance of consistent effort. Avoid minimizing achievements. Downplaying progress diminishes motivation and reduces recognition of the value of effort. Giving full attention to milestones, no matter their size, ensures that psychological reinforcement is maximized. Honest acknowledgement strengthens belief in capability and fuels further action. Use visualization as part of celebration. Mentally revisiting progress, reviewing achievements, and imagining future success reinforces commitment and increases clarity of purpose. Visualization strengthens neural pathways associated with goal achievement and maintains focus on continuous improvement. Balance celebration with humility. Recognizing progress does not imply completion or perfection. Maintaining humility ensures that motivation remains focused on growth, learning, and consistent effort rather than complacency. Humility keeps achievements in perspective, reinforcing the drive to continue improving. Commit to consistency in celebrating progress. Establishing a habit of recognition, reflection, and reward maintains energy and focus over the long term. Consistent acknowledgement reinforces discipline, strengthens confidence, and ensures that progress generates momentum rather than being overlooked. Ultimately, celebrating progress transforms effort into sustained action. By acknowledging achievements, reflecting on growth, rewarding effort, and using milestones to fuel future goals, individuals reinforce motivation, strengthen resilience, and maintain continuous improvement. Celebration creates a positive cycle where effort produces recognition, recognition energizes action, and consistent action leads to meaningful transformation.